Shut up and sit down.
Go. There you go. Oh, just a little bit out there because we were still yattering. Behave yourself. I like peas.
Hello, peas.
Do you want to get that out the way first before I start my intro? Go on.
Why can't you do the intro at the same time?
You have to distract to put me off. Yeah. So what I mean, this is what I'm up against, folks. They say don't work with children. Welcome to the Fox channel. No, welcome to the Friday Frolic.
Nearly said Fox again, didn't you?
I did, because you're a distracting little git. You really are. Yeah. Are you done?
I'm just drinking my tea.
Right. Welcome to the Friday Frolic with Festa and Fox. Yes, it is me, Colin, Festa 67's workshop, and the world's most annoying co-host there, the guru. See what I did. And he's really, really lovely puffing that if ever I go to his house, I'm going to get it and I'm going to film it getting burnt on a barbecue. If you'd like to help support this channel, you can head over to patreon.com/Festa67's workshop, or click the join button below this video or any of my other content, or you can click the $ just below the YouTube chat where you type in and leave a super chat. It all goes into a big pot and it helps keep this content coming and the channel alive. Talking of keeping the channel alive, hit the subscribe button, ring the bell, and you'll get notifications of all the future content. Also, doing all of this, joining everything, gets you access to the Zoom 24/7 off-air hangout, folks, where you can come and spend and have a bit of banter with us buffoons. There you go. Go on, you can wiggle your puffing again now. Talking of the chat, let's have a looky, kids, who we've got. Apologies for the wall of text at the beginning there, but I now, I do need to pimp things because at the end of the day, it helps keep the income coming in and the revenue coming, folks. So apologies for that, but it's serving a purpose.
Poor boys.
Marcus was in first. He could have the I was in first. Teacher. Have yourself a house point, Marcus, for being the first in. He says,
welcome, Marcus.
Good evening, Colin, Fox, and all in chat. Hello, Marcus. Hope you're doing well, geezer.
Hello, dude.
John Alec is in, saying hello, everyone. Hello, John. How you doing? Some bloke called Model Making Guru is in. He says, evening. He said, good evening, looking people. John Alec is in, saying hello, everyone. Richard Thomas has been a member for a wee while there. Let's scroll down. He has actually joined the Festa's followers. Thank you very much for your membership, Richard. Welcome, mate. There's a link at the in there, mate, that'll give you the link for the Zoom and the password, mate. If you can keep that to yourself and not disclose it outside the group, that'll be perfect, mate.
Yeah.
PJ's in, he says, good evening to you lot. Hello, PJ. How you doing, mate?
Hello.
Marcus saying, hi, John. Hope all is well. Richard also becomes a moderator because he's now in the members club. Marcus says, hi, John. Hope all's well. John saying hello to Stephen. Marcus, how you doing, mate? What else is going on? Lee is in. He says, hi, host and panel. A big thumbs up. Hello, Lee. How you doing, mate? Love to you and Jackie. Richard says, my thumb is up. Anybody else? Absolutely, folks.
Well, you do in your own time.
Absolutely. If you can leave a thumbs up, it just helps the video get boosted out there, and it just helps the channel go out in the YouTube world of channels. Marcus is saying hello to Lee. Big thumbs up. PJ says, evening, Colin, Guffle, Princess and the fishies in the fish tank. Hi, fishies. The fishies are waving back and the snouts are going, look, look, look. There you go.
Gutholm's thinking, fishies.
Jeff Light is in. He says, hi, Cole, Fox, everyone in the chat. Hello, Jeff. Hey, Jeff. And a big hug for the lovely Maggie. How you doing? He also says, audio and video is good. Thank you very much for the feedback, mate. PJ says, John Alec, why not? What's the hold up? What's that? Oh, he says he has not started the Alpha Ferrari yet to PJ. Oh, does he need to be fined, does he, PJ? Does he need to get that, PJ, a share of discontent?
Now is the PJ of our discontent.
Yeah, give him that look over the eyebrows, PJ, that you always give me when I do things sillily. He's also saying evening to Maggie and Jeff Light. John Alex says not brave enough. Oh, bless you. PJ says audio and video is decidedly puffing. There you go.
That means it's perfect.
PJ says, John Alec, nonsense. Get on with it, boy. Absolutely. Is this an MFH kit of complicatedness? Yeah, there you go.
I think it might be, yeah.
Talking of complicated and full of weird little bits and bobs. How you doing, Fox? And how's Mum, mate?
So I knew that's where that was going.
You did, didn't you?
I'm fine, thank you. I've got a cup of tea and I had 2 tea bags in it by mistake, and I think it tastes brilliant. So for me, the way forward is 2 tea bags in my cup of tea from now on.
I disgusted him with my builder's tea, and he was most perturbed, weren't you, mate?
Yeah, black tea with no milk.
Yeah, like that. And the tea bag bobbing. Yeah.
It's like black coffee's bad enough, but black tea, ooh.
Oh, mate, it's the dogs, mate.
Oh. Mama Wolf is fine. She's sat downstairs happily watching telly and playing on her and reading on her iPad, so she's quite happy, thank you very much. She's had scones and other treats, so she's more than happy.
Happy days. Jackie LFC Gerard is in. That's Lee's other half. She says hello to Colin and the Puffin and the Fox and everyone in the chat. Hello and big hugs to you, Jackie.
Hello.
Hope you're doing all right, my love.
Got the hiccups. Hello, Jackie.
And we've got the wonderfully talented aircraft god of gods and all of that. We got Hugh Gordon insane. Evening all. Good evening, Hugh. I hope you're keeping all right, mate. So, Geese, what you been up to? What you up to tonight?
This week, I have been mostly not doing much model making.
Really?
But tonight, I will be carrying on with my... Oh, God, what are they called? Ossiarch Bone Reapers Tide... Oh, God, I can't... Hang on.
Little dudes.
Ossiarch Bone Reapers Mortisan Tithe Echelon, or just random fantasy words. Skeleton dudes.
Yeah, little dudes of buildingness.
Yeah, I've got 20 of them to make, of the Mortec guards.
Mortec guards. There you go, folks.
Yeah, it's the stupidest name. Ossiarch Bone Reapers.
Not ordinary guards, but Mortec guards. Let's just do me chair so that I don't have to keep straining me back.
But I started making these last week, and... This is a set that Mama Wolf bought me a couple of years ago, so...
Oh, that's right. Yeah, you found them, didn't you, on your travels? And it's like, oh, I've got a box of bits here.
On my travels through the stash of forgotten things. I never finished building them, so I'm going through and getting them built. So.
I had that when the gas man came to do all the boiler the other week. Do you remember when our boiler clagged twice in a week?
The gas man cometh, yes.
And so I emptied the whole man cave out because he had to drop all the flue out and basically took the boiler back to just the wall bolts.
Yeah.
And he did a thorough job, and But I found so many little boxes that were in the corner there just underneath the shelf.
Yeah.
You know, we always have it. We have a little pile of boxes in the corner and we think he's in them. And, so I went and opened them all, and I found loads of little builds that I had started that I just tucked in the box for safekeeping. A lot of Warhammer stuff and things like that, but it was quite nice because I rediscovered my food truck, and it's like, it's right next to me now. But I'm filming that for patrons and members, so...
Jolly good. Yeah, we all have that little corner where we think, well, I'm going to put something down there, because I've got nowhere else to put it. It's not easy to get to, and I'll forget it's there, but I'll put it there because there's nowhere else for it to go, and then you forget.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Jackie says, hello, Pansy Potter Lee. God, I haven't heard that name for years, Pansy Potter. That was a cartoon character in a comic, wasn't it? Yeah.
I don't recognise that name at all, to be perfectly honest.
But anyway, folks are going to wonder what I'm going to be doing tonight, because
What are you going to be doing tonight?
I was going to be putting this bike together, but as you can see, this is what I started last week. And this is the Wendy Ixon Ducati Panigale Tricolore. Yeah, one of them. But as you can see, I've not had the spray booth out this week because I got engrossed in other stuff. I was distracted, basically.
Yeah.
So I'm going to start that bad boy. Look how weird that is.
Ooh.
That's a weird little thing, isn't it?
Is that a real life double-handed thing?
Yeah, it's basically a rescue vehicle. You know, like when you have these earthquakes and things like that.
Oh, yeah.
And yeah, so it's a double-armed, weird little mechanical thing, and it looks remarkably clean on the box art. I can assure you it won't be when it's done, but it's just something. And I came across it when, obviously, the gas ban, and it was there, and I was like, what is in that box? Because that's the way it was facing.
Yeah, that's all you see. You're like, I can't read any of that.
Yeah, and I was like, dude, I remember buying that. So, yeah, I'm going to start just putting that together. And, yeah, because this is what I do. I come across something and I'm like, I could just start the arms or something. And then I lay them in the box and I put the build away and, yeah. Then I forget about it. But I'm like that, you know, so my mantra of doing different things, that's what I'm going to be doing. So, yeah.
Can you imagine being the JCB driver that's like, hey, Dave, we've got a new thing for you this week. What's that then? We're going to give you the thing with 2 arms. Get in.
But look how clean it is. It's like, no, it's not going to stay like that, is it? Come on.
Nah.
So that's what I'm up to, mate, tonight, in case folks are wondering.
It does amuse me when they mould proper glue assembly kits in the relevant colours, because you're going to paint them.
I'm going to paint them anyway, but
there's no benefit to them doing it in orange and black.
No, but it just looks a weird, wacky little thing, doesn't it? And it's like, yeah.
I can hear your brain ticking over already.
Well, yeah, because it's going to be on a little vignette with rubble and rebar and things like that, you know. So, yeah, that's what I'm going to be up to.
I shall resist the urge to offer you suggestions.
Do what you like, mate. Offer me any suggestions you so choose, dear.
It needs 5 more arms and a turret.
Go on, say it. Warhammer it
needs
up.
A turret. I've done that one.
Yeah.
It at least needs 3 more arms.
Yeah. So that's what I'm up to, folks.
I'm afraid this bag is very rustly.
That's all right. That's why I took all my stuff out of the bag, see, because
I didn't think let me turn the microphone off. Hang on.
Yeah. See, that's why I did the rustly bad bit of air, because
I forgot I'd need the bases, and I forgot they're in a bag, so my bad.
That's all right. Do I need to issue a finger of shame for that? I don't think so.
No, because I did turn the microphone off. So
you did good. Proud of your soldier.
I did good. Yeah. Unlike some.
What other things have we got to announce then?
I'm not.
Have you got anything planned? Anything upcoming? Anything?
I will be.
You know,
doing more game live streams.
Pimp your bloody gaming. That's what I'm trying to get you to do.
Okay, sorry. I was actually scratching.
Yeah,
sounds really weird, but I was scratching my eye while you were asking that, and I just scratched my actual eyeball by mistake, and I've just weirded myself out. So.
Oh God, you're so strange.
I was scratching my eyelid, and it went into my eye, and my brain went ah. Yes, I'm going to be streaming gamey stuff as much as I can, because all I can really do at the minute is stream gamey stuff. I can't dedicate time to stream model stuff yet. So I'm going to try and stick to a rough schedule of 9 or 10 o'clock night evening starts, and I'll stick to like Saturday and Sunday nights probably, maybe Thursday nights, because I did one last night. And any others I can fit in. So basically, in the coming weeks, I'll just be doing. Some of them will be just random, but I will try and get a bit of a schedule going, because I want to do. I've got Far Cry 4 and 5 to stream, and 6. So, and I'm loving streaming them because it's so much fun. So, I'm streaming all those 3.
Absolutely.
So while I can't stream any model making stuff, I'm going to make the most of just streaming game stuff, because it's a quick, easy thing for me to do.
Lee says I pressed the like and I broke it.
Nope. Nobody can like anything anymore.
Anyone else? Jeff Light says hi to Lee and Jackie, and Lee says hello to Richard. Yeah, so he's going to be doing some gaming stream. The reason I said that is if you ring the bells on our channels, folks, it's the easiest thing, because me and him was chatting the other day about live stuff and plans for 24, and we don't like clashing with each other and that, but there are going to be random streams that will pop up on this channel, because a lot of the time I sit at the bench overnight building,
He does.
Like we are now. And, I'll be sitting here, the hangout has ended, everyone's gone to bed, and I tend to stay up all through the night. So, if I'm sat at the bench, I'm just going to randomly hit the live button, folks. So look out for that. It's not going to be on a schedule. It's just if I'm at the bench and I fancy a bit of company, I'm going to just hit the live button. So ring that bell, folks. Get all of the notifications on, because that way you'll get notified.
Well, hopefully YouTube will notify. It does most of the time. Sometimes it fails a bit.
Because you know how bad I am at pimpage. But if it comes to it, I should just put up a going live in 5 minutes in the groups. And you can come and join us, because there's no point here, me sitting here on me lonesome. I might as well just sit here and chill out with you guys and girls. So that's the plan.
And hopefully... we will get round to doing Warhammer Saturday again.
Yeah.
Soon, on a Saturday night. Go back to the Saturday night stream for that.
So we're looking at stuff. Obviously, Foxy protecting me a bit from my overzealous ways. So, but if I can be there, I will be there.
Yeah. If you're going to be sat at the bench anyway.
Exactly. So... keep an eye out, folks. That's what we're going to be up to. So,
Yes, it does. I'm going to throw more Far Cry at you than you can possibly even comprehend.
Yeah, Luke Wald is in saying evening Festa and everyone. Hope you're all well. Hello, Luke. Are you the same Luke that is Scowl Motor, mate? Because if you are, welcome. This is the fella. Do you remember when I did the Suzuki 3 models and I said there's a nice guy that lives in Wales who's got this sound little idea, and I gave him a bit of a shout out? This is the fella. If it's the same Luke, this is the same fella, or the fella that did that, and he is a very, very talented young modeller. So welcome.
I do strangely recognise the name, Luke Ward.
Yeah. I pimp his stuff a lot on the Sunday because
Yes.
So hopefully, welcome.
Ooh, check your chat.
Marcus has put in a €11.99 super chat. He says, great stream all, super chat alert. Thank you very, very kindly, Marcus. That is massively appreciated, and that will go into my pot of funds to help pay me bills, mate, because, I have obviously streaming bills like the software we use and things like that, so it'll all go into the kitty. So thank you, Marcus. Very much.
Pay for all the relevant software license and subscriptions and things like that.
Well, this is it, because, I don't work. I'm medically retired now, so this hobby is solely kept alive by all of you and your generosity. So a big goodly thank you for that, because
thank you.
It is a lifesaver. It really is.
Luke says, that's me, mate.
Brilliant. Welcome, mate. Lovely to see you in, mate. And they do their... is it the first weekend of every month still, guys? They do their modeller's show on a Friday. So, go and have a look at it. It's on Model Kit Beginners channel, Roland. And they do a nice little live stream on there at 7 o'clock, I do believe, on a Friday night. Welcome.
He says, thanks, mate. Had a lot going on recently, so I haven't been at the bench or really at home, so I've been a bit of a shadow. PJ said you were asking about me, so I thought I'd pop in and say thank you.
Yeah, Luke. I won't say why you've not been out and about, mate, because that's obviously your very personal and private business, mate, but... I did send you a message in Messenger, and I did say to PJ just to pass on things to you, mate. So, not a problem, mate.
Yes.
And I hope 2024 is a lot better for you, buddy.
I'm not going to use that because it's just getting in the way.
There you go. But no, I love watching these bike build videos because,
because it's bikes for a start.
It's bikes for a start, and he's still riding, see? And every time I see a bike go past, that little inner envy comes out of... I just wish. But Brian, my mate, he came round when he got his Booser, and as you know, with me, mobility and things. And what he did is he got me on the back of the bike. He sat on there and then he put a strap round himself and around the middle of my back and just strapped me to him and gunned it down my old favourite road with me on the back, mate. And honestly, that was the best birthday present I could have had, mate, because it was old memories, you know?
Oh, do you have any old biking buddies who have like bikes with sidecars or trikes with a sidecar or the platform at the side?
Yeah, my good friend's got a trike and he'll come down on it and just shoehorns me in there. But two wheels is trikes are fine. Don't get me wrong.
I mean, you just get the speed. You get the speed kick there, don't you?
Yeah, when you've got your knee down on a nice windy country road, nothing beats it, mate. It just really doesn't. And we used to do the track days down at Thruxton.
Oh yeah.
And it was fond memories, mate. And I genuinely miss that more than driving. So yeah, it was wonderful. So if you're watching, Brian, thank you for making my year for that one, mate, because that was a nice touch.
It's always friends called Brian that do the nice things for their mates, isn't it?
Yeah.
I don't know what it is about the name Brian, but there's always somebody called Brian who does the nice gesture about stuff.
Yeah.
See, I do understand. I do absolutely fully understand the appeal of bikes to people. Yeah. It's just, I'd never do it myself because, I don't know, I'd just be like, I don't understand why people like it. I wouldn't like it myself, but I don't sit here and judge and say you're all no, because I understand absolutely the speed and the power. Flipping hell, yeah.
I mean, now obviously because I'm a man of a certain age, and obviously I've gained a few pounds since I've been using walking aids, should we say? The fault of me in a set of one-piece levers, honestly, I'd end up with an harpoon in me backside, mate, because they'd think I'm a beached whale. But I just miss all of that. I miss the rush. I miss going out on a Sunday. I'm just ripping it up, you know, and just having a nice leisurely ride in the middle of nowhere. And I miss that. So.
I bet you miss the stopping at a pub on a winding country road to have a glass of orange juice or have a non-alcoholic beverage of some sort. With all your biker buddies.
I don't miss dumping the wife off the back end of the bike, I must admit, because... Yeah, she still talks about that, bless her. But
you don't miss the you don't miss the consequences of dumping the wife off the back of the.
Well, that was me and Bill. We hit this interchange, and it was on an incline. So what are blokes that are on two wheels going to do on an incline? They're going to basically gas it, wheel it, and scoot along. Well, I did that just as Helen had taken her hands off the bar on the back. So I popped the front end and she obviously shot off the back end, and it's only when we got down to the mustard pot and I glanced in the window of it as we rode past and I thought, oh, where's she gone? The ride back to the interchange was very tense.
See, this is the thing that gets me is like, riding a motorbike would be terrifying for me, but riding pillion, where you've only got the little bar behind you to hold on to, holding on for dear life with a thing behind you. No, my brain's screaming at me, like, no, get off, walk.
I would love to get you on the back of Randy Mamola's two-seat Ducati and have him take you round somewhere like Mugello or somewhere like that. Be cool.
I'd need all the replacement underwear.
Luke says, thanks, Carl. He says, when I'm in my new place and all set up, I'll be video building the Tamir ZXRR with the top studio set. Oh, I'll be tuning in for that, mate. JC's in. He says, hey up, Mr. Shiny Git. I'm good, thanks. How are you?
Evening.
He says he misses sports bikes a lot. The VFR 1200 is still fun, though. Absolutely, Luke. It's in you, mate. It really is. And it's funny. I'm sure it was you I saw on one of the Friday shows where you had the bike behind you, and I'm like, I want
a little twinge of sadness.
There was, because for years I had my bike wreck in the garden.
Oh, that must have been torture.
Well, yeah, because it was one of those, when this all kicked in, you go through a stage, don't you, when you first get a prognosis, where you, for that split second, feel a bit sorry for yourself, don't you?
Yeah.
I went through a little bit of adaptation time, should we say, getting used to the new me. And every time I had a bad day, I used to trundle to the bike rack at the end of the garden. And it just made you realise how bad it could have been.
Yeah.
You know, and eventually we got shot of it because Ellen was like, yeah, can we get rid of that mangled up bit of bike in the back corner of the garden?
Because it's just rusting now and doing maybe any good.
Yeah, but someone out there must have found the engine because the bike was destroyed, mate.
I must admit, I do from time to time. If I'm watching a video and it's somebody playing a load of synthesizers, like you get people doing like cover versions and stuff, and they're there with a rack of synthesizers.
Oh, right, yeah.
And it's like, and I sit there and I go, I really miss all my keyboards and synthesizers. I miss those days. But then I think, but I wouldn't have all this workbench, so I've left a knob on him.
Don't forget, folks, belly, bench and beverage. What's in the belly? What's on the bench? What's your beverage of choice? And in the chat, here's a thing. I'm reminiscing about my biking days and that. Is there something from your past that you used to do or enjoy that you really, really miss or wish you could rekindle? Have you got anything
legal,
like that?
Obviously.
Yeah, legal, obviously. Yeah.
I used to run guns to Venezuela. No, not that.
Yeah. The mention of the word gun is a key word on YouTube, Fox. It got picked up on the last Frolic. Yeah. So, we won't worry about that. But, hey, Yeah, they seem to be on a purge with the Friday Frolic at the moment on the YouTubes, mate.
Yeah, a lot of mine come back as straight away not approved, but then I just appeal it and they come back the next day after it's had all its views and it's not going to get any more money. It's like, great, thanks.
Yeah, but even so, I was about to say I appeal it like you do, and they're all coming back with, we've watched this and there's still limited,
Really?
Yeah, so whatever it is that we're talking about on a Frolic, I don't know, but...
Yeah.
But they keep pinging it back. Last week's one went for a review and they've upheld it, and said no, it's still limited. So I thought,
God knows.
Okay. I was going to ask him, but he doesn't talk to me. See what I did? Yeah.
Hey?
See what I did? Yeah. Anyway. I'm not going to repeat it, Fox, because it was a joke and it's gone now.
Did I kill it?
Yeah, you killed it, mate. So there's no point in explaining the joke. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. No, you killed it, folks.
I can't help it. I can't help being special.
That's all right, mate. It's right. No biggie. It wasn't that funny anyway.
It probably was.
Nah, it weren't. I'm not going to go through it. Not going to repeat it. What have we got? What I got? Hugh says, not without admitting any guilt, Cole. Yeah, obviously there's certain things that I can't talk about, but yeah. Anything legal then, Hugh? There you go.
Yes.
Without incriminating yourself, mate.
Legal and not offensive. Legal and not likely to make you an outcast.
Yeah, obviously I've opened up a can of worms there, throwing that in, because Hugh's in the chat. And I know what he's doing. He's sitting there, he's got a bulldog clip on his lips, and he's got his hands that he's sat on, and he's like... walk away from the keyboard.
Yeah. Oops.
What have we got there? Luke says, we used to do the live show from the garage and you had the 98 R1 behind me. Yeah, bless. Luke says, I think Hugh's past activities should remain in the past. Laugh out there. Yeah. Jeff says, I'm not saying anything. That would be an ecumenical matter, Jeff. That normally gets me out of a lot of trouble.
I hate saying nothing, copper.
PJ's belly, rump steak with chips, mushrooms, fried onions and tomato. Bench 112 MFH Alfa Romeo 8C 2900B beverage IPA. Happy days.
I always said PJ was a bit of a rump man.
That's what he did there. Getting back to them lame hot pants, isn't it, PJ? Like a bit of rump, didn't you, mate?
Yeah. A little bit of sparkle. Likes a little bit of sparkle on it now. Moving on.
Yeah. Nice bit of sparkle. Sparkly, jangly. I think what finished PJ off is when I managed to get the move tassels to go in opposite directions. I think that was the one that broke him.
Yeah, that's a skill, man. You can earn money with that. That's a talent. Do that to Lily the Pink and you'd be sweet.
Yeah.
Or other assorted rugby songs.
Yeah, that would go down well, wouldn't it?
Yeah. Fuel the monetisation.
Yeah. Someone once said to me, have you got any regrets in life? I said, yeah, I should have turned right and not left. I wouldn't have got caught. Q says, yeah, used to like not getting caught, bless you. Yeah.
Have you got any regrets in life? Yeah, but I can't tell them.
Oh, mate, honestly, sometimes you sit there and you think, how on earth did we make it through, you know? It was good fun.
God, do you remember the days when if you wanted to meet up with someone, you had to actually phone them with a telephone and talking?
Yeah, with change in your pocket in case the pips went.
Yeah, or like, you know, even when you were a little kid, phoning them out, you're coming out to play. Yeah, okay, I'll be around in 5 minutes. Okay. Yeah. With an actual telephone, not just like sending a text. It's weird. Such things are not possible, surely. I watched the new Indiana Jones film.
Oh, right. Any good?
Yeah, it's all right, actually. The first 20 minutes are phenomenal.
Right, yeah.
Because the first 20 minutes is set in World War II. Which means it's Indy fighting, you know, the Axis soldiers, let's say, of trigger words avoided, which is good, but that means it's Indy when he was the same age as he was in Raiders of the Lost Ark.
So they're doing all the anti-aging stuff with it.
Yeah, but it's unbelievable. I mean, I've seen it in other films and you go, that's really bad. But trust me, in this, you cannot tell it's not just a young Harrison Ford. It's like, this is insane. And they do it for like, they were so confident. That whole section lasts about 25 minutes and it's brilliant.
That's what I mean. The technology now is just phenomenal, isn't it?
Yeah.
Well, it's like when they put Peter Cushing in some of the Star Wars remakes, wasn't it?
I mean, that was good, but it was a bit ropey, and it was like, yeah. But this isn't even Uncanny Valley. It just looks like young Harrison Ford. It's insane, and it's like if they wanted to cast Harrison Ford in a role now and make him look young, you could get so many more movies out of him. Not Indiana Jones, obviously, because he's too old for that nonsense. But it's like it is insane now. They could cast an actor and make him look young.
I mean, what's he now? And he's 70s, Harrison Ford?
Yeah, 70 or more. So I was thoroughly impressed. I was just sat there gobsmacked. I'm like, this is like a 25-minute section, and they've not just tried to fob it off in a 2-minute. It's like a whole. Wow, they were pretty confident, and it was worth it. The rest of the film's all right. Not the best ever, but it's good. It's all right. It's not flipping.
It's doable.
It's not Legend of the Crystal Skull rubbish. Put it that way.
Oh, really? Yeah.
Yeah, that was crap.
There have been some dog films, isn't there, around?
Yeah. Yeah.
You sit there and you think, how on earth did that get made?
Yeah. Well, there's going to be a Bethesda Softworks developer dev thing in about a week where they do they highlight like 4 upcoming games from 4 of their developers.
Oh, right, yeah.
They did one last year to give you show Starfield off, and one of the sections is going to be Machine Games talking about their upcoming Indiana Jones game.
Yeah,
and it's like when they first announced it, I'm like, interested? Indiana Jones video game? Yep, I'm interested in that. And then I was thinking, is it going to be third person? I don't know. And then he said, yeah, it's being made by Machine Games, who made all the Wolfenstein games. It's like, it's going to be first person shooting everybody completely, isn't it? It's going to be great fun. So I'm looking forward to that. Ooh. I hope it's first person, not third person. That was looking good. But no, anyway, yeah, it was a good film. It's worth it just to watch the first 25 minutes alone. just for that whole World War II sequence. It's insanely good.
Got belly and bench from Lee, which is toast for belly. Bench, nothing. He's not in his hobby room. He's chilling out on his phone. Happy days, chill times. Luke Wald, belly, chicken, gyros, bench, dust, beverage, water.
Dust.
Oh, bless you.
Anybody?
He's sitting there looking at the bench in the boxes going,
I wanted to make something.
bench back. Richard Thomas says belly, chicken in breadcrumbs and chips, beverage, orange squash, bench, a Fujimi Mini Cooper. Oh, nice one, mate. Is it at the stage where you can do donuts on the bench with it, mate? You Golden, still like a spot of fresh venison, salmon even, salmon?
Salmon.
Yeah, could I have a slice of salmon, please, love? I don't think salmon would appreciate it, would he? Pheasant, oh, nice, yeah. By any legit means, of course, yeah. What you're basically denying is that you used to be a part-time poacher, didn't you? If I said to you tickling fish, I bet you've done that.
See, now I've just got that Rich Roald Dahl book where the kid's dad takes him poaching with the raisins full of sleeping powder or whatever it was.
Absolutely. A nice bit of game pie. Oh, mate, nice. Jackie says, I've got some Fox's biscuits. That's why he ain't got his chocolate hobnobs.
Sorry.
She's
Get
got
off my biscuits.
apple crumble cream in the middle, or road trip the Jackies, and the hot chocolate when Lee makes my drink. And Lee is not getting any of my biscuits. Good girl.
Biscuits denied.
Richard Thomas says, Harrison Ford is 81. Now, I never knew that. Wow.
He's old, man.
Don't realise, do you?
No, I mean, he said it is his final Indiana Jones film, and it's like, it's fair enough, because the guy's 81, come on.
Yeah.
But, if they could there's still a potential for him to do films where he's young. If that's as good as they can get it, then it's...
81.
Mm-hmm.
Blimey.
Imagine being 81 and they're able to make you look like 40. It's just insanity.
Yeah.
It's just nonsense, it really is.
I'd still look the same. I've looked like this since my early 20s. Dodgy. Yeah.
Yeah.
Got a face like a Crime Watch mugshot.
Little bit whoa, little bit way, little bit...
You ain't seen me, right?
You ain't seen me.
Yeah.
This week, I have been mostly stealing motorcycles.
Yeah.
The rumours are true.
No, I was not that type of, yeah. I didn't go lifting, no.
No, what he's trying to say is he was actually a pirate. It was high sea piracy was Festa's speciality.
Yeah. Yeah. At risk of incriminating, let's just carry on gloomy scene together. That would be an ecumenical matter.
Yes. Belly and bench for me. Bench, you know what I'm doing. Belly for me tonight was beef yakisoba noodles and a beef ramen noodle soup with the boiled egg in it.
Oh, nice one.
So nice with the boiled egg. Oh! I've never thought of putting half a boiled egg in soup, but trust me, it's
You'd want that again now, don't you?
I have it regularly. It's my favourite soup. A, it's got a boiled egg in it and ramen noodles, but B, it's like in a cup that deep. It's huge.
Yeah.
It's like a litre of soup with noodles and beef.
A proper student boat then, yeah?
Oh, yeah, proper Japanese ramen soup.
In there, mate. What we got now? We got that. Yeah.
But you get it, and there's just like this half-boiled egg on the top. You get your chopsticks in and just stir it all around, and the egg breaks up and just becomes part of the soup. It's just fantastic. It's the best thing ever. Proper comfort food.
Oh, yeah, you got to have comfort food, mate.
Mm-hmm.
That's what it's all about. And we have got all of that on there.
All of that. Talking of comfort food, you're in for more freezing storms down there, aren't you, I think?
We are, mate. Yeah,
next week or so. You in Scotland?
Was pretty leery with the last lot, I must admit. There was a lot of localised damage round us. I mean, if you remember last year, we had all the roofs blown off of all the garages and everything, and a lot of structural damage here with bits of
sheds
roof.
going flying.
Yeah, sheds going flying. Obviously, we lost a chunk of the roof, and that all got sorted. So, yeah, we've been quite unfortunate here. We had some localised flooding because there are obviously some places further down the back of me that are a lot lower. So I'm lucky when we got this gap. It's at the top of the brow of the hill. So, yeah, we're quite lucky. But it's the wind. I mean, when we was kids, we all talk about this, don't we? Where you can remember as a kid, you used to walk to school at an angle like that throughout the autumn and winter with one arm going right out the back of you like that, with your school bag billowing in the wind. And yet now the wind seems to do a hell of a lot of damage, and power cuts. That we had an 8-hour power cut, which ain't a lot, I know, but it's still an 8-hour power cut, which you're not used to having these days. And it's surprising now, especially this year, every storm, power cuts, power cuts, power cuts. It's like, really? Yeah. Why? You know, never used to be a thing. Power cuts in the 70s, yes, because that was different times, but...
Because that's what the world was like then. It was all rubbish and poorly coloured.
You know, it was an analogue world trying to go into a digital age, wasn't it? But especially locally, we're surprised at how many of our substations. I mean, the last one was fallen tree and got flooded, and it blew out 3 of the big substations for the town. Now, they know that there's an issue or a risk of that, and yet they've done nothing to protect them places, and that's what makes me laugh, because they get the money to.
Yeah.
So why don't they do it? Is it a thing? I mean, Luke lives in Wales, and a few people are up north in Cheshire that have been hit. So have you all had local problems like that? And obviously Hugh's up in Inverness, is it Hugh, up in Scotland? So you've been hit a lot this year, mate. So
it's basically down to local councils, taking forever to allocate funds to anything.
Yes.
Because it involves lots of meetings.
Yeah.
And B, taking forever to then actually arrange anything, because, again, it takes lots of meetings, and then they have to put it out to contractors, and then they have to use the contractors they've already got, and then there's more meetings.
Yeah.
Councils don't do anything quickly.
No. So, it all goes a bit Pete Tong down here for some reason, and we had our MP turn up not long after this all happened, and she's like, well, where's the funds going that you're getting to do all of this infrastructure, because you're getting it? So where's the money going? And I think a few of the local councillors were getting a little bit edgy, because she was asking all the questions that deep down they really didn't
want to ask.
But she's not at all happy, mate.
Well, no, residents shouldn't be either.
Exactly, and it's like, you know, especially with locals coming up, you know, it's all going to be quite ugly here, because, you know, things are now coming up like, you know, 6 million quid for a bronze statue, you know, and it's like, well, where's the statue? No one's seen it.
Yeah.
You know,
misappropriation of funds
is
jail time.
So we're wondering what's going to happen, to be quite honest with you. Oh, that's a nice tight one.
Ooh, steady now. Somebody's going to prison, I think, is the answer.
Yeah. So fingers crossed it gets sorted, because people are starting to get disgruntled locally, and they'll you know, not going into politics too much, but, you know, they'll let it be known at a certain time.
Oh, yeah.
What's chat doing? You says part-time, tut-tut. Jeff Lightbelly earlier was sausage rolls, mixed salad, followed some fruitcake, all nice. Beverage currently lemonade. Bench is a Meng, a 35th British Army Husky TSV. Phil East is in, says good evening all. Everyone's saying good evening to Phil East. Hello, Phil, how are you, buddy?
Hello, Phil.
Yeah, sorry, mate, carry on.
You know what that means about Jeff Light?
What's that?
He's a secret lemonade drinker.
Jeff Light. Jeff
Light. Anybody who's not here in the 80s in Britain won't get that reference.
Yeah, we need to get out more.
No, we don't. Outside's rubbish. The graphics suck. AI's terrible.
There you go. This is the thing, and obviously with this year, there you get a lot of, how can we say this, AI-generated stuff appearing on social media, don't you? And I think it's going to be the first time that is seen for how dangerous it can be this year.
Yeah. Although, to be honest, every time I see a piece of AI-generated art, it's really obvious it's AI-generated art, because you look at it and you just get angry and be like, you're just so lazy. And also, I don't...
Yeah, if you're not sure on an AI-generated art, if it's of an individual, have a look at the fingers, because for some reason, AI always gets 5 or 6 fingers on each hand. Don't know why.
There's been some really great lazy uses of AI art that have been called out. So, and you think, how did they not figure this out? Like when they announced the Fallout TV series based on the video game, they showed this piece of artwork in the style of Fallout with the Vault Boy there and all these like painted like future retro cars and things.
Yeah.
And I didn't pick up on it at first, but then somebody said this is obviously AI art, because that car right in the front of the picture, the first car you see, has the back at the front.
Yeah.
And I looked at it and I went, oh yeah, the front end is the back end.
Yeah.
That's really obvious. Yeah, I didn't pick up on it.
Yeah.
It's like,
it's little things you see and you're like, yeah. Texture of hair is another one that gives it away.
Yeah.
But
they always look too... There was an advert on Twitter. If you went to Twitter, the advert post that you can't get rid of at the top was for the CES show in America.
Yeah.
And it had this like artwork of a woman with some headphones on and lots of like bushy lines. And it was so blatantly AI art because it was so clean and soft. It was like, yeah, that's AI art. And that's obviously AI art. But that was deliberate because it was all about AI this year. So, but it's like, it just annoys me.
This is a thing, though, isn't it, now, that you've got to be so careful of.
Yeah, I mean, it'll have its place, sure, but it annoys me when people just do it because they're lazy and they can't be bothered making actual art.
John Christmas is in the chat saying hi, guys. Hello, John, how are you, buddy? Hope you're keeping well, mate. Love to you and all your family, mate. Hope you're keeping well.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Always nice to see John in.
Yeah. At any time of year, not just Christmas.
See, now, I wasn't going to make a pun about his name because, you know, he's probably heard them all, bless him. He's now sitting there going, if one more person mocks my name, I'm going to slap the taste out of their mouth. That's what he's thinking.
I'm going to slap him into next week. Mama Wolf made Colin laugh the other day because Colin hadn't slept for a few days. And I told Mama Wolf that Colin hadn't been sleeping. And she says, tell Colin to tell his brain that if his brain doesn't let him sleep, I'm going to go around to his house and slap it in the folds.
Yeah, brilliant.
slap his brain in the folds until it lets him sleep.
Has your mum started dropping her H's yet? Because Ted has.
No, she doesn't. She hasn't heard your voice in a long time.
It's so endearing with Ted. He's dropped it. Yeah, I spoke to her week before last, wasn't it? I spoke to Mum.
Yeah, I know, but she's spoken like 20 words to you, hasn't she? Whereas Ted speaks to you every week. But no, she hasn't done that. Ted's great.
Started dropping his H's now, and he's doing a bit of pigeon head as well. It's like, what?
If he got that, if he was allowed to grow like a proper sea captain's white moustache and then develop into a beard, he really would be Uncle Albert.
Oh, he would, wouldn't he?
Because he'd have the beard. He's got the hat. Although he was never Merchant Navy, but you know.
Yeah. It's just one of those things that happen to fall into Ted's hands, isn't it?
Yeah. I was watching a trailer for a game the other day called Thank Goodness You're Here. And it's set in the north. It's set in a kind of like, in a town like Bury or Bolton or somewhere like that.
Yeah.
And it's all like highly stylized cartoons, but there's one little bit in the trailer where this character crashes down a chimney into this guy's house, and the guy's sat there reading a paper, and he puts the paper down, and I swear it is just like the cartoon version of Ted. And lo and behold, in this guy's house on the shelf is like a model Spitfire, and I'm like, it's just Ted. They've just got Ted in their game somehow. It's brilliant.
We seem to have an uncanny habit now of spotting Ted lookalikes everywhere.
Yeah, Ted's like he's like the universal Greeble of people, isn't he?
Yeah.
He's everywhere.
It's like, yeah, that person, that's Ted. That is. Everything looks like Ted to us at the moment.
He's
Except
the human universal
for
Greeble.
Ted.
Yeah. Ted bears no resemblance to persons living or actual. Any resemblance is unfortunate. I mean, uncanny. You know what I mean?
It is.
Unintentional.
Don't forget, folks, as well, because I spotted PJ and a couple of the other group folks in. We'll be doing this Sunday the group show because we want to start yattering about the D-Day build that we're sorting out. So tune in for that on Sunday at 2 p.m, folks, and we'll sit and have a group show. Yeah, because I haven't forgotten about the group show. I'm looking at doing a few little tweaks for 24, and the group show is going to be a part of the Sunday schedule. Yeah.
Philly says, anybody in the UK know where to get Tamiya Smooth Epoxy and Tamiya Airbrush Cleaner? Can't find them in the usual shops, so I'm guessing there's a shortage of issue. Check with E-Models because they are the UK's biggest Tamiya distributor. So if it's available, they can get it for you. But no, I've not. Yeah. Other model stores are available, of course, but they are the biggest and leading, so it's always worth checking with them for Tamiya first.
Exactly.
If it exists and it can be got,
they'll get it.
They'll get it quicker because they get their stuff regularly from Tamiya, so...
Yeah, when they get a Tamiya shipment, it's a Tamiya shipment, isn't it? It's like, yeah.
Yeah. Pete Mayer says, can you do me a favour? Can you put some products onto the back end for me? I'm like, what is it? Tamiya.
Yeah, it's like,
I'll set a couple of weeks aside, shall I?
It's that look of how the hell are we going to get all of that in there?
Yeah. It's like when they do the little silly pictures of like some massive cargo ship with loads of crates on it labelled Tamiya. That's not made up picture, that's actually a photograph. It's not really, but you get the idea. Secret? There's nothing secret about my lemonade drinking. I'm in your face hardcore me, says Jeff Light. Jeff Light.
It's a bit like when Pete's Millennium Falcon stuff turned up, wasn't it? Do you remember when he bulk bought Falcons?
He bought every single available copy of the Millennium Falcon, Bandai Millennium Falcon in the UK.
Yeah, and it all turned up, but it was like, we're
going to need a shipping container, aren't we? Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, we're going to need to find somewhere to put these. It was,
If you've ever visited the E-Model store in Stoke and you've noticed the big shipping container right outside the front door, that was because they ordered every single Bandai Millennium Falcon kit in the UK that hadn't already been sold. And then they realised, we've actually got nowhere to put all these.
I mean, luckily now, as a safety thing, they now have an establishment that's all stored in, just in case people want to go to E-Models and investigate the container.
Yeah, they don't use it anymore. That now it's not used for that.
So I just thought I'd throw that one in just in case, but they have a warehouse now, folks. So
Yes. Yeah, no, so it's not used anymore.
Yeah, no offence, Fox, but I just thought I'd throw that one in, mate, because
good point.
The world we live in.
Aye.
Yeah. There you go. Imagine Pete, mate, will be going, no, don't tell them that. Please don't tell them that.
Philly says, I have a plan for the group build, going to try my hand at square Zimmerit on a Jagdpanther. I'll send the E-Models guys a message. Couldn't find it on their website. All right, cool.
Nice one, mate.
Yeah. John Christmas says, best crack about my name was when they named my daughter Mary. Try and beat that one.
Oh, brilliant. Yeah. Yeah.
Does that mean we've got free reign to just say anything now because it won't be as good as that?
I honestly don't know. Yeah, I'm not that brave.
Because he does say try and beat that one, so that means we've got free reign now.
Yeah.
It's carte blanche if you ask me.
Yeah, that's Fox's thing of, I can now mock mercilessly now because I have a license from Mr. Christmas himself.
I don't mock. I never mock.
It's funny how many people still think me and you don't get on. It's quite funny. You two don't half argue a lot on live streams. No, we're not. We're not arguing. We mock each other and try to trip each other up all through.
Yes, we are arguing. No, we're not. Yes, we are. No, we're not.
So, yeah. It's quite funny. I find it quite sweet.
If only they knew the truth.
Yeah. There you go.
That sounded a lot more mysterious than it actually is.
Yeah. Austin Powers, man of mystery.
Festa actually created me in a lab.
Yeah, Dr. David Banner. Dun, 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 dun,
in a moment of blind scientific drunkenness.
Yeah, cue the 1970s gritty intro.
Yeah. Right, I shall step away for a minute. I shall be back.
No worries, mate. A bit of extra fin on there just to tidy that up. And this will get done as a little sub-assembly, this. So there's loads of windows and all of that lot they're calling out for, but I'm going to build it where the top of the cab lifts off so you can get back in and airbrush it and all of that lot. So it's got all the decals to put in there and everything. So I'm not even going to put his arms on yet until I know it's ready, because then I can have his hands adjusted that they're actually on the levers, because otherwise you're going to be sitting there like that and he holding mid-air, and that'll annoy me. So we're not going to do that on this. We're going to try do all of the sub-assemblies, because, yeah. John says, yeah, go for it. Philly says, if I had kids, I'd have called them North and South. Nice one. Yeah. We often get asked whether we're fans of Superman because my eldest boy is called Lex, and they go, oh, Lex Luthor. And I go, no, it's an abbreviation of a name. So, but yeah, even he gets asked, are your parents Superman fans? He's like, nope. Yeah. I've been lucky with my name, because obviously all through school I used to get the safety blades bit, or whippets and swords. It's like, yeah, I've heard that before. But thanks for reminding me. Oh, yeah, it used to be a good one. But other than that, one of them, isn't it? It's only a name. But yeah, Mary, that's brilliant. I like that, John. That's quality. Try and get that off of there, because don't want a big nub halfway up there, do we? Why did they have to put that on the actual cylindrical part? I don't know. But hey, it'll come off. I'm trying to keep the two levers together as I scrape it, because I don't want to break it. But what's the betting one of them will snap, because I am very heavy-handed, folks. But it's coming off. I'll just put a bit of extra fin on there just to clean that up. Philly says, might be a part of why I'm single. Oh, bless you. Yeah, I'm lucky. Like I say, it's my 35th wedding anniversary this April. And the time has just flown by. It really has. Me and the wife were talking earlier. It just does not seem that it's 40 years that we met each other. Just doesn't seem it. It really don't. And I have thoroughly enjoyed being married. It's quite often people, oh yeah, the missus is a pain. Honestly, I've been blessed, because she don't take no messing from me, and I need that, because I'm a bloke. We do all that stupid stuff, don't we? The blokes do. But she's never been one to not be shy of coming forward and go, oi, you stop being a dick. So, yeah. She keeps me in check, bless her. Not in a naggy, constantly at me kind of way, not at all. But, if I'm being daft, she'll tell me. And that's where it's all good, isn't it? So, yeah. Richard says, I've been called John Boy from the Waltons. Jeff Light says, mine was electric or bulb. Yeah. Yeah. It's funny how people pick little clues out of people's names, isn't it? And the nickname then gets given you, and that's it, isn't it? I mean, I've been called Festa ever since me late teens because of me dark eyes. You know, especially when I shaved my head for the first time. It was like, yeah, get him a trench coat, Uncle Festa's in. And that was it. It just stuck. You know, so... And I don't mind. It's only a nickname, isn't it? It's not doing no harm. There you go. That got rid of it. There you go. Let's just clean that off. Bit of extra thin up and down there. There you go. And then I'm going to leave that whilst they cure, and then I'll take the nub off the top then. The little joining part. John says I've been married 38 years this year and I've never regretted it. Yeah, it's good, John, isn't it? Like to say, you know you've found the right person, and it's just right, isn't it? You know, and we have a right laugh. You know, we was doing it earlier. We was bemoaning something, and we've turned in to that old couple. When we first met, we went away for a weekend in Bournemouth. We came across these two people on a bench, and we were sat on the bench just along from them, and it was an husband and wife. And they was doing what we all do now, people watching. So they're sat there, these people walk past, and we thought, what a lovely little old couple they look. Until they started voicing what they thought of people as they walked past. And they was proper going for it, you know. So we now have turned into that old couple that we thought were bad, you know. Because when we listened to what they were saying and how brutal it was, we're like, what a pair of cantankerous old gits they are. Let's hope we don't end up like that. We kind of have, and it's quite funny.
You've become that which you mocked.
Yeah, we was doing it today. There was something going on the telly, and of course the wife started, and she said, we are that couple, weren't we, mate? And I went, oh yeah. Then she's
it's
like,
inescapable.
Yeah. Then she's like, yeah, it's good, isn't it? I went, oh yeah, it feels great, doesn't it?
Yeah, because now you can get away with it.
Do any of you do that in the chat? Do you see people and you go, oh, I don't know why what do they see in that person? What do they see in that person? And you start people watching, don't you?
I find myself, I like to think I'm fairly, not tech savvy, but, you know, I'm savvy to the things that are happening in the world.
Yeah.
More than, like, my parents were in terms of technology and stuff. And yet, I do find myself sometimes looking at like posts on things like TikTok or somewhere or whatever, and I sit there and going, I don't understand the point. Why?
Yeah.
Like the thing at the minute is like Mama Wolf just reads posts on Facebook, and so many of them are like little videos on Facebook in her feed, but they're all like sped up like 1.5 times, so it's all high pitched, and I'm like, why are all these posts on Facebook at like double speed? I don't understand. I don't understand.
Yeah, missing the trick, aren't we?
I'm like, I don't get it. And
Is
I'm like,
that
no, I don't
we're
want
old?
I don't want to be out of the loop. I need to know all these things. I don't want to be the old person that doesn't understand these kids today. This can't happen. It's like TikTok. Every time I see a post on TikTok, like on Facebook or somewhere, I just get angry because it's just garbage with a caption right in the middle of the screen and all at double speed. I'm like, just stop doing this. It don't make any sense. Yeah.
Then Dipples in, she says, people watching is fun. Happy days. How you doing? It is fun. It really is, because my missus go, I don't know what she sees in him or he sees in her, and that's it then.
State of that. Look at that.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Mutton dressed as lamb. State of that, she goes. You know, it's like, takes 3 steps before her backside moves. It's like, Helen, behave. Your quiet voice is getting louder.
Does she need her inner dialogue tuning again?
Oh, mate, it's quite funny because you don't expect it, but then she'll go off in a tirade then, and it's quite funny.
You don't expect it. Remember, she's short and Scottish and therefore by default angry.
I'm going to throw you under the bus for that. I'm going to turn around and say, well, Fox says you're short.
I'm only going off what you've told me because I've never seen her.
Oh, nice attempt at a get out there, mate.
Yeah, I deflected that one back at you, didn't I?
Yeah, it's all right.
John Christmas says, sat people watching in Central Park, watching them walk in here dressed up as dogs. Wife had to tell me to pack it in as I was laughing too much.
Yeah. People watching is great fun, though, isn't it? Let's be honest.
Yeah. Until they make you angry because they're just being really stupid. You just think, why are these people even breathing?
Yeah.
Yeah, don't do it in Manchester town centre. You'll just get angry. Trust me on that. There's no redeeming features if you do it in Manchester town. It's like, no, you'll just do it somewhere nice.
I think most places are similar now, though, aren't they? To be honest with you.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, it just seems to be the thing now.
I hate TikTok, though. I seriously hate TikTok.
Never used it and don't intend to, mate.
Nope, because it's just like, if I've got some information to pass on, I'll pass it on using words, a picture, or a video. I won't have like 4 different videos in the same post in the same place.
Yeah, don't do TikTok, don't do Snapchat.
No.
Yeah, there's enough social media platforms now. It's like, yeah.
I don't do portrait mode rubbish.
Yeah, because that really irks you, doesn't it? That.
I know. If I'm going to read the internet, I'm going to read it on my computer, not on a phone. I don't know how people can spend their entire day.
This is where Fox's shrinkflation wibble kicks in now, folks.
Well, it's just like, I don't know how people can spend all day like surfing the internet on a tiny little phone screen. It's just painful. It's bad enough. It's bad enough on a hot day when I have to use the iPad because it's too hot to put the computer on. I have to surf the internet on the iPad screen and everything's rubbish. So on a phone, it's like, God, just...
Are you done?
No, never done. You know that.
Is there more? Because obviously, especially if they've sent him a video in portrait mode of a chassis.
Don't make me come over there and get medieval on your ass. It's just... Chassis, man.
I know. It does. It's just one of them, innit, mate? He's off. This is where it goes. So that's going to come around somewhat like that. So, yeah.
I forgive Americans for saying chassis because we love you Americans, but you can't pronounce anything. But when somebody who's not American says chassis, like a British person says chassis, that's unforgivable. Come on.
Yeah. We get a lot of... the worst thing for me are English fellas trying to be all gangster, LA gangster talk.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean? We all know the ones we mean. And they're all walking around head to toe in gold in a shell suit, trying to be all New York gangster type thing. You know the people I mean.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
And that fascinates me because when did that become a thing that people felt they had to do?
It's always been that, I think.
Yeah, but I don't get it. It's like you're not in Los Angeles.
I think it stems from American gang culture, doesn't it?
Absolutely. You're a white fella. And, yeah, it really doesn't work. Why are you doing that? And it just,
yeah.
You know.
I think it stems from the days when, if you were British, gangs were just like kids stealing milk bottles off doorsteps. So you had to do something more impressive than that.
Yeah, your gang back then was 3 kids that used to go down that weird bloke's place and go scrumping.
Yeah, or they'd hang around near the railway tunnel.
Yeah. Yeah, fancy going scrumping. Yeah. That's when I realised falling from trees onto concrete hurts.
Yeah.
My mum just used to face palm, bless you. Good, John, you had your cast off last week. Done it again. Yeah, I know.
Yeah. See, if you grew up in the 70s in this country, it was a legal requirement that as a kid you fell out of trees regularly.
Yeah.
But onto concrete, yeah, it's pretty bad.
See, it's funny, right? How many blokes in here would do this. As old and as ropey as we're all becoming, if you was walking by the side of a little stream, just round the corner was a large tree branch hanging over that stream, and on there was a rope. With a tyre.
Or a little piece of wood. Yeah.
Come on, guys. How many of you would be able to walk past that and not go, got to have a go on that?
None of them.
We all do it. Lee says he's got to go. He says, good stream. See you on the next one night. Oh, you take care, Lee. Thank you very much for popping in, mate, and saying hello. And, folks, keep an eye out for Lee's channel. Go and subscribe and go and watch his live shows because,
Yep.
I like pimping other channels. I'm useless at pimping my own, as those that would have noticed the lack of pimpage this evening. But
and if you don't, Festa will come round to your house and scrump you.
Yeah, but I do like promoting other channels. I really do, because, feels like you're giving something back, doesn't it?
Yeah.
There you go. So that's that. There's loads of different layers to the window here, so...
Loads of layers.
Yeah, so I've got to do the window itself, because as you can see, you've got all of your frames. You've got an inner frame, you've got mesh, you've got all of that. What? You then got this, you then got that before it goes in. So all of that lot will get built, because I want to do dust around the wiper blades on that panel there, so that'll get built. Not tonight, put it that way.
Is that window got like more than one clear part?
Yeah.
Or is it just...
Yeah, there's a decal that goes on as well with stuff.
Life.
So, yeah. So, yeah, this is why this kit garnered my interest, because I saw it on Scalemates years ago, and I downloaded the PDF, the instructions, just to have a looky-loo, what you get in the kit, what it's about, and it really did tickle my fancy, so I bought it, and I had actually forgot that this was in the stash, because it was sat behind another kit. And, yeah, so I was quite chuffed when I found it, and it had to come out, and it's like, yeah, I'll do that on a Frolic. So.
Did you read out that Jackie was going?
No, I didn't yet, mate.
Jackie says, Colin and Fox and everyone in chat, take care. I'm going to bed now, so good night. Good night,
See you later. Take care. No, I was mid-chat and then I got distracted. So.
Yeah. John Christmas says, got to have a go about the swing.
Oh, yeah, you got to, didn't you, John?
Swing on the tyre and jump in the stream, says Lynn.
Yeah. Yeah. I call Phil and the girls in the chat as well. Sorry, Lynn. Yeah.
Phil says, I was a teen in the 90s and the hip-hop culture was the mainstream, to be fair. Grew up with movies, games and hip-hop all focused on gang culture.
Yeah.
Lynn says, we used to have a tree rope that went over a tank pond and whee!
Yeah. It's got to be done, though, isn't it? We can't avoid it. That's just how we are, isn't it?
We can't actually genetically unable to... men specifically are genetically unable to resist such nonsense.
Yeah, we are stupid, though, aren't we? There is a stupid gene in every single fella.
In the same way that it's physically impossible to take a man into a toy store with a working scale electric on display and expect it to come out within half an hour. It's just not going to happen.
It's not going to happen because we want to play everyone that's in the... Yeah, I nearly said it. Everyone that's in the shop. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I ain't going until I've done a lap without coming off on that hairpin, love. Many hours go by.
It's always that hairpin. Which was only ever fixed when they introduced the banked curves, and then it was a little bit better. I don't know if it was the same for you, but we always used to have, I never had a scale electric, but some of my friends did.
Yeah.
And it was always the case that if you wanted to do scale electric, there'd be a group of you, but the youngest kid, who was like somebody's little brother that nobody liked or cared about, because we were the older kids. It was always somebody's little brother who got the job of go and get the car when it comes off the track. Yeah, go and get the car
when it comes off the corner and put it back on the track.
And they were just glad to be included. It's like slave labour. They were just glad to be part of it.
They had to earn their right to get a car, didn't they?
Yeah.
I've still got a Scale Electrics in the loft, mate.
No, we had an Aurora, which was like the American version of Scale Electric.
Yeah.
We had James Hunt's Aurora set, which was a couple of cars, a couple of Formula One type cars. But we never had a Scale Electric. But then, about 20 years ago, me and my mate, that's so northern, my friend Mike and I, this was when we were in our like mid-30s.
Yeah.
We went into Toys R Us because we'd go into, you know, our local area, our local stores and stuff. And we'd go for whatever reason and we'd go to McDonald's for lunch. Then we'd like, should we go to Toys R Us? Yeah, we're going to Toys R Us. We always went to Toys R Us because we're, you know, 35-year-old men. Yeah. And we walk in and we sat there one day and there's this like massive scale extric set, and he sat there and he's like, I could get that. And I'm like, oh, you should get it. I was egging him on. So he got his phone out and he phoned his girlfriend. He's like, Lou, yeah, you know I love you, right? Yeah. And she's like, what do you want? Can I buy this scale extra? She's like, I don't know what that is, but just buy it. Okay, thanks, bye, love you, bye.
Yeah, that's exactly what I did with H.
Yeah, phone up and say, you know I love you, don't you? Yeah. Why? What are you after?
Can I buy this miniature motor track? Yeah, of course you can. There's H, thinking it was like tabletop. She came home from work and it was laid out in the lounge and she's like, that ain't a miniature racing track. I said, yeah, it is.
Smaller than the real thing.
Yeah, smaller. Exactly. It's smaller than the real one. Yeah.
Yeah. It's 148 scale. What do you want? 135 scale or whatever they are.
No, yeah, she was like, really? Went, yeah.
Really? But the thing is, right, the thing is about scale extra, and this is universal. Everybody who ever had one got one, built it, played with it for about an hour, then it went back in the box and then in the loft and was never used again. It's always the way. I don't know any one of my friends who ever played with it more than an hour. No matter how much they wanted it, even if they really wanted it and they got it for Christmas, it'd last an hour. Then they get bored every time the car came off and then never play with it again.
Exactly that. Yeah. The minute it was, right, we need to put it away because, you know,
have your dinner over.
And it was put in the loft and, yeah. And it's sat there ever since.
I remember a friend of mine, when I was a little kid, a friend of mine had a scale extric set. And I can't remember what we did, but basically I made a deal with him that for whatever it was, I got 2 of his scale extric cars because he had loads of them. So he gave me a TR7 and a Mini Cooper, right? Mm-hmm. But I wanted them not because I had a scale extric set, but if you took all the electrics out, it was a really big toy car with suspension.
Yeah.
And I was like, that's just a toy car, but it's got actual suspension in it. So for me, I didn't care that it was a scale. I took all the electrics out, and it was just a great big toy car with a driver. I was only a little kid, but it's like, you give me a toy car and it's got a driver in it?
I still am a little kid, mate. I'm happy to be 5.5.
5.5? That's generous. Habba-da-hoo. Hibba-da-da-hoo.
Space Rangers is in saying hello. Our very own Candygram for Mongo is in saying hi, Festa Foxx, PJ Lynn hugs, SRRS, and all in chat. As is Space Rangers is in. Happy days.
People are rarely grateful for a demonstration of their credulity. There you go.
There you go.
I was in the middle of gluing, but I had my quote all ready. All ready to roll, because that's the kind of girl I am.
If I'd said hello to Space Rangers, for at least I remember Scale Electric's been like Subbuteo. I had to set up, then got bored after 10 minutes. I've still got a Subbuteo set as well up there.
Never played Subbuteo. I was never into football, so...
Yeah, Lynn's looking for the world's smallest violin. She says, I'm suffering from allergies and feel like fill in the blank. Cough. So I'm going to go night-night now. Great show. Love you all. And hugs and chat. See you later, Lynn. There you go. World's smallest violin. Get in.
There you go. Violin provided. Does it actually play? I can't get the bow off. It does actually play. Just the strings aren't very tuned. I had a violin once. I started to learn to play it.
My youngest lad's got a violin that he bought when he was drunk and went on eBay.
Yep. My story didn't go anywhere. That was just it.
Yeah.
There was no conclusion to it. Just I had one. La, 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 la. Nice one, Fox, says Space Rangers. Yeah. I got that little violin. I've had it for years, but I got it up here where the workbench is for Colin, specifically to use on Colin sometimes.
Absolutely. I love it when the violin comes out. It's like, yeah. Right, let's just check the door alignment so that can dry.
I'll see if I can separate the bow from the...
Oh dear, cue the really bad violin concerto.
When it was new, you could actually just about tune it, even though it wasn't actually proper notes. It was, you know, you could tighten the strings enough, but it doesn't actually... I've not got any rosin anyway, so
yeah,
it won't actually work. But no, it doesn't work. It doesn't work anymore. You need resin on the...
yeah.
Nah, never mind.
You're gutted now, aren't you?
Yeah, it never really holds its tune anyway.
Yeah.
And I don't want to snap the strings because Christ knows where you'd actually get replacement strings for that.
Yeah.
They're just thin wires, I think.
Yeah, I think we got the gist.
I'm fiddling with it now.
I know. You're like a child, aren't you?
I know, you got me carried away doing it now. Hang on, one of the strings has gone under the fingerboard. Fingerboard, that's me. There we go. It was almost a proper chord there. Right, let's put that back on.
Yeah, put the violin away, Fox.
I'm just reattaching my bow to my neck. Hang on. It's tricky surgery.
Just want to rest that in place so whilst that dries. So let's... Yeah, he's on a mission now.
There we go. Bow reattached. Yes. Huge success.
Are you happy now?
No, I'm never happy. You know that. It's not going to stay on now, is it?
No, it's not. He's broke it now. He's broke it now. He wasn't happy until he broke it.
I've got to fix it now. I can't hang it up if the bow just slides off.
Yeah. Welcome to the Friday Frolic, where Fox maths around with a violin.
See what you made me do now.
Yeah, it's always my fault.
Jeff says, wow, I still remember a violin tuning, GDAE. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, it's not a GDAE, but never mind. That was not in any way GDA and E, but close enough.
Let's now cut them nibs out of there because
electric violins are cool too, says Spaced Rangers. Yes. Strangely enough, there was an electric violin was prominent in the original Terminator soundtrack. Things you know now. See, I learned you something.
Yeah, really glad about that, dude.
Yeah,
I can sleep well now.
It was mostly electric violin and Fairlight synthesizer, I think. Fairlight.
He's a tit, isn't he?
Oi. Spent a long time perfecting my titness. What's the difference between a violin and a fiddle, asks Jeff. A violin has a case.
Yeah.
I don't get it. Unless it's just a fact.
If you put a fiddle in a case, does it become a violin?
I don't know. I don't know if he was actually just stating a fact or a joke. I don't quite know. Oh, sorry, Jeff. Did he? I built 8 dudes. I haven't really built 8 dudes.
No, I was going to say, yeah, the day you build 8 dudes is the day I turn up with dreadlocks, mate.
I've built 8 partial dudes so far.
Yeah, this is where he builds 8 dudes now in the hope that I turn up in dreadlocks, yeah.
I'll arrange anything for you to whatever it was you just said.
Hey.
55, 56.
Put that in there.
I will move heaven and earth to make it happen that you will have to do that thing that whatever it was you said that I've already forgotten. Sig.
Yes, that was it. I was trying to think of a Vanessa May. That was it. Yes, she used to play the electric violin.
Oh, yeah, Vanessa May. I remember her.
Yeah, I remember her. Yeah, she was an extremely beautiful woman, wasn't she?
Yeah.
It's funny, all the blokes suddenly liked violin music when she came on the scene.
Oh, yeah. They had a thing for sudden thing for electric violin music.
It was like the girl violin band Bond, I think they were. You know, yeah. I think there's 4 or 5 of them used to play the violin, and everyone was like, yeah, so want to go and see them. It's like, yeah. Loads of blokes bought tickets to the concerts, had no interest in the violin at all.
Mm-hmm. Purely for musical purposes, dear. I've suddenly developed interest in modern violin.
Absolutely.
Concertos.
There's something I forgot to tell you, oh beautiful wife of mine. Do you not know that I love the violin?
Yeah. Yes, with a passion.
There's a ticket to Nigel Kennedy. I kind of I was hoping it would be Vanessa May, but really, thank you for that, love.
Oh, God, not the Four Seasons again.
Yeah. Yeah.
Monster. I used to actually like Nigel Kennedy's Four Seasons when I was younger.
Still got a copy of it.
It was a very good version of the Four Seasons. It was a lot less stodgy than traditional ones, but I'm not aware of what he did after that, to be honest. I just remember he used to say monster a lot. It's monster. He had a lateral lisp, bless him.
That's right.
A dirty, great big spot on his neck that never went away.
Space Ranger says, I've been working on an Otis Redding, a tribute music setting by the dock of the bay. Oh, nice.
Ooh. It's in my head now. I can't sing it for copyright.
Steve says, I like the 2 cellos.
I like poos.
We did last night at the proms. And, yeah, that was all, yeah. Is that still going on the television thing as well?
What, last night at the proms? Yeah, I think so.
Is that still a thing?
Yeah, I think so. I've no idea. I would assume so.
Yeah.
I can't see why it wouldn't be.
Right, that'll keep its shape now over there. So, stay. That's not glued together fully, but I just want it to retain its shape.
Phil East says, Miri Ben Ari is an impressive, and then puts in quotes, violinist. She does the halftime shows for a lot of American events. I don't know why he puts violinist in, unless it just means...
yeah.
Unless it just means she's pretty and just happens to also play the violin.
I can honestly say I've not observed her looks, because I wouldn't do that, because, yeah.
I don't know.
But, yeah, you can have 1,000 XP for that one, mate.
I like the Celtic women playing violin.
Have you seen the girl on the YouTubes who does the bagpipes? And she did a cover of AC/DC's Thunderstruck on bagpipes. And yeah, she's a very talented bagpipe player, but she's got eyes that you could just get lost in, mate. But yeah, so yeah, something the Piper she's called. I can't think of them. Billy the Piper? No, not Billy the Piper. That was an actress. But yeah, she turns up a lot on the YouTube. Just Google Thunderstruck or go on YouTube, Thunderstruck on bagpipes, and you'll see her.
He'd remember the full name, but he was too busy swooning over those eyes.
I was lost, mate. You know, yeah.
You were like, blah, 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 blah.
Yeah.
I like poos.
Oh, mate, I do. It's like, yeah. But yeah, Thunderstruck on the bagpipes, it works, mate. It shouldn't work, but it does.
Well, it's like the guy I think in LA that goes around on a unicycle dressed as Darth Vader playing the Imperial March on bagpipes, with flames coming out the end of the bagpipe pipes.
Yeah,
he's apparently well known. There's a few videos of him.
Yeah, even though this won't be seen because you've got the internal cab, I still want to sand down these ejector pin marks purely because if they stick out too far, they may well bow the side of the cab out. We don't want that.
Sand down your pin marks.
Ain't going to make no difference because it is going to have a bit of weathering all over it. But
thing is, though, with ejector, like the little dimples like that, you can leave them as they are, but the Sod's Law says when you put your primer and paint on, you'll see a little dimple in the outside of the panel.
Yeah, luckily for me, as I was saying, these get obscured by the internal wall of the cabin. But I just wanted that nice tight fit on it so that I know when the cab goes together, it's going to sit nice and tight because, Yeah, you don't want a loose cab. You want a tight one, don't you?
Tight fit and other 1980s dance troupes.
Yeah, this is where you dig out the loincloth now and start singing In the Jungle in a high voice, isn't it?
I was about to, my brain went copyright.
Yeah. Exactly.
YouTube spoils all the fun. YouTube spoils all my fun.
Doesn't it?
Yes. Because now you can't mock me for singing really high pitch.
No.
Because I can actually do quite a bizarrely high falsetto voice if I put my mind to it. But
Yeah.
I'm not going to now.
Good.
You'll never know.
Happy days. For some reason, I feel strangely enlightened now.
I don't know if that was the right word, so I put it in the quotations with a question mark. Oh, right. Yeah, violinist is the right word.
Yeah.
One who plays the violin is a violinist.
Yeah. Just want that.
I thought you were maybe making a statement that her talent was not purely violin-based. I wasn't sure.
I observed no talents other than the instrumental of the music kind.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Officer.
That's called fear, that is, mate. Just in case this is watched back and it goes, swooning, was ya? No, dear, that was Fox that was swooning, wasn't me.
I ain't done no swooning or no nothing either, love. That was purely Fox.
So
He's the swoon around here.
Needs to go
He's
in
always up for a big swoon. Swoons at a moment's notice.
Can't beat a bit of swooning, mate.
No. Show me a hang on. I've got to think now.
Fox and the thinking.
I've forgotten her name. Ah. Show me an anthropology documentary with Dr. Alice Roberts and I'll show you swooning.
Oh, yeah. All day long.
Or a maths or statistics documentary in which I have no interest with Dr. Hannah Fry and I'll show you swooning. Although Dr. Hannah Fry is more a bit of, filthy swooning than romantic swooning.
Oh, is she proper filthy swooning, mate?
Yeah, that's like proper like, whoa. But Dr. Alice Roberts is like, oh, she's lovely.
Oh, that's when you go all into your super duper swoony Fox mode, is it?
I go all mushy then, yeah. Because it's Dr. Alice Roberts and she's telling me all about prehistoric man.
I know what you mean.
Australopithecines, that's the word I'm looking for, yeah. Tell me all about Denisovans and how they went from A to B. Oh, yeah, give me them fossils, come on.
Can't beat a bit of fossil.
Tell me about the Great Migration, come on. Bring it. And then when she started turning up in Time Team, well, in her early days.
I used to like it when Michelle Fowler turns up on them space programs because she's got one of those proper sciencey voices.
Who?
Michelle Fowler does that. I can't do the voice because I've got a deep voice, mate, but she's got that, like the mad scientist voice, that sort of, voice.
Oh, yeah.
Just Google her, mate, and listen to her talk, and you'll know exactly what I mean.
I think I thought at first he said Michelle Fowler. I'm like, what? That character from EastEnders? What?
Fowler Fox.
Fowler.
Yeah.
I shall Google her. I probably know who you mean. I just don't recognise the name.
Yeah.
I'll know her when I see her, probably. And
yeah. Well, right. You know what I'm like with words, mate. So it's easier if you Google her. Yeah.
I shall do that.
But she's got that proper sciencey voice, that we all love, and it's like, yeah. She just looks as mad as a box of frogs as well. Looks a person you could have a good laugh with, put it that way.
We like that.
It's like that grey-haired guy from the Far East that always turns up, doesn't he, in the science programs and the Cosmos programs. It's always the same geezer in it. Yeah.
Dr. Michio Kaku.
I think that's his name.
He's American, but I know what you mean.
Yeah, well...
I used to actually respect
what I mean, dear.
I know what you mean. I used to actually respect Michio Kaku a lot until like recent years when he's become a bit fringy, a bit like
yeah.
He's gone off the track a little bit, I think. Yeah. Well, I'm liking this 2 tea bags. It's working for me.
Yeah. Steve says, only a short visit, guys. Going to go and try and get some sleep. No worries, Steve. You take care, mate.
Hi, Steve.
Thanks for popping in and saying hello, mate. You're always welcome. You know that, mate.
All right.
Always welcome in me streams, mate.
Space Ranger says, my grandfather was Scottish. He played bagpipes.
Oh, nice one.
PJ says, all the dogs in the Manchester area, thank you for not singing in a high voice, Fox. Yeah. Not that high.
Nice one.
It's not that high.
Yeah. Yeah, little bits of Fox have just died inside now, PJ.
Nonsense.
We'll come off here and go, I can't believe he said that. Little bits of me have died inside, Cole.
I'll have to record an hour of singing in high pitch just for him to prove him wrong. And send it to him in a way that auto plays and he can't stop.
Yeah, because he'll really, really thank you for that, mate.
Absolutely he would. He'll love it. It'll be the best thing he's ever had. Well, no, 11 and 12. 11 and 12.
Absolutely. Phil says, quick question for everybody. Is to me, a airbrush cleaner actually the same as extra thin cement? Saw it online as money-saving tip. Apparently, it's essentially the same product. In answer to your question, 2 of the ingredients are, it's just the ratios are tinsy-wincy different, but you could theoretically do it. But, yeah, I'm not going to say it's the dumb thing, because if you buy it and it goes wrong, yeah.
Yeah. Use cement as cement and use airbrush cleaner as...
Pretty much, yeah.
Although, to be honest, you know, if you've got solvent-safe seals in your airbrush, just use propyl alcohol.
Yeah.
It's much better than any airbrush cleaner.
But knowing the active ingredients in both, I can confirm that 2 of the ingredients are the same. It's just the ratios are different. Yeah,
they're both just solvent-based things, aren't they?
Yeah.
Solvent-based things. Why did I just do that? What am I doing now? 11 and 12.
It's just butyl acetate and acetone at the end of the day. It's all it is.
It's disconcerting when you're in the middle of doing something and forget what you're doing when you're actually in the middle of it.
Welcome to my world.
Yeah.
I do that every day, dear.
It's a bit disturbing, that. It's like I get halfway through doing something. What am I doing? Oh, yeah.
Like when you walk into a room and you've got no idea why you're there.
I'm a nightmare for having like a load of tabs open on my browser and I'm in the middle of doing something. I'd be like, right, I must remember to update this thing or do whatever it is, you know. And then I'll just click on a different tab very quickly for something, and then I'll completely forget what it was I had to do.
Oh, yeah.
It's like, oh, wait, what was it? Oh.
When I walk out to the man cave, fire everything up to do something, and I'm like, what is it I came out here for? That's why I have everything networked now, because, now I can just sit in the lounge, bring it up on the big telly, and it's like,
Big telly.
There you go.
What time do you want to go till, Spud?
What's the hour now? Go till 2 o'clock, mate, if that's all right.
That works for me.
Either that or the latest I'll do is 2:30, so, yeah.
Actually, on that note, I think I can hear going to bed noises from downstairs, so give me 5 minutes.
Yeah, you do what you've got to do, mate. It's not a problem. There you go. I'm just rescribing the panel line round the window. And, I've put the cab together, but I can get to everything that I need to, so, which is good. So I can paint all of this and still get in there with my brush tip, and I can still get the decals from this side around all the levers. Happy days. Not going to put any glass in yet, because, same with the door. I've got an internal and an external part of the door, but I just want to keep or retain the shape of the cabin at the moment whilst that all joins together. But that's what we're going to end up with. I shall do it with the door closed, because obviously this is going to be working, clearing a load of rubble, so it's going to sit at a slight jaunty angle, and because this predominantly gets used in earthquake rescue and that, so I'm going to do just a bit of rubble. No, obviously, nothing distasteful in there. It'll just be a generic pile of rubble that it's clearing. So just brings the scene to life a little bit. Because like I say, I could weather it all up. It's not going to look right if it's not sitting on something, doing something. So might as well try and put the build into some sort of environment. So let's just scribe and get all of the dirt and dust and detritus out of there. We'll have a little lookykins in the chat in a sec, see what everyone's up to. What have we got? Space Ranger says, hi, Steve. Bye, Steve. Space Ranger says, how's the work on the Mustang going? Is that the big Eleanor you're on about, mate? I've got another delivery due hopefully this week sometime. So obviously with the Christmas season just gone, everything got a little bit held up. So it's all coming back on track now. So I know it's been dispatched, so it should hit me either tomorrow or early part of next week. So I've got that, some RoboCop, and I've got the 1/6 Mustang to sit and film. So as soon as they land, mate, I'll get the videos up and out, buddy. Yeah, I do enjoy doing them, to be quite honest with you. It's nice. It's something different. But I can film all of them in one night and put them on a schedule for release. So I can then get back to doing these scale models, because that's kind of what my first passion is. It's like all of us. We do like our scale models. Let's just scribe that little bit off of there, just to make sure that's looking rosy. I just want to make sure that that is supposed to come off, which it is. Happy days. That was Space Rangers saying he played bagpipes. Something about the sound of bagpipes in it is a really beautiful thing. I mean, me and Helen, when we last went up to Edinburgh, we renewed our vows up there. That was our 25th anniversary when we was up there. So, yeah, we renewed our vows, and, yeah, the old piper was there giving it the beans and that, you know, and it was proper, you know, because H does like going home because, yeah, you know, it's where she was born at the end of the day, Scotland. So, yeah, it's always nice to get her back home. We wanted to move up there when we both retired, you know, so you never know, Hugh. It could end up that Festa's in Scotland, mate. So, because I don't mind where I live as long as I'm with the wife. It doesn't matter to me. Probably does to her. She's probably like, oh, God, he's followed me here. It's just the length of my brush. I know my bottle's getting a bit low, so I just can't be bothered to reach up and get one out of the cupboard. So just move me brush. Why not? Just extend it. Go. That's better. PJ Lewis has put in a £10 super chat. Have some coin, buy yourself something pretty. Oh, thank you, PJ, mate. That really does help me out, fella. Honestly, it really does. It's, yeah. So thank you very much for your ongoing support, PJ, because, yeah, I will blub up, you know. I'm going to end up doing it one of these days. I can see it, you know, but it's just nice. It really is. Your on-screen air guitar should be activating anytime soon, depending on the delay between me and YouTube. It's rung out on my end, and I can see it on my screen, so it should appear on yours soon. Let's put my YouTube page up, and then I'll be able to see what you're seeing live. Then there you go. It's just come up on the YouTube. Thank you very, very kindly, PJ. There you go. Have you some of that, but we can just smooth that corner off. And I'm doing all of this smoothing out, and I will probably end up going round and putting a few dings and dents in this. But at this stage, the assembly stage, I do like to smooth things out and just have it looking reasonably okay. So just lets you see where you can maybe put a little tinsy-wincy bit of damage, or where any scrapes and scuffs are going to be picked up on the cab as it's spinning round and it might catch something. So just helps us see what areas are likely to get hit by rubble, or, you know, some other bit of falling rock or whatever. So let's just pop that in there, and I can now hopefully put that to one side. I'm going to flop the geezer in there just so that I don't lose him, folks. So he can go in there, so can his arms, and then this will live in a bag in the model kit box when I come off air. Right, let's just put that on there, because if it rolls off the bench it will land in my foot, because that's normally what happens to me. Put them there. Let's have a look on another page and see what else we can come up with. Dun, 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 dun. God, I hate these type of instructions. I know it's picky, but I'll do a nightmare. Probably here for the rustling paper. Note to self: slice the instructions and make a book. We have got him done. So let's see what we can start getting put together now. Let's order the linkages for that. So we can start putting a bit of a boom arm together then, can we? Why not? That is a sub-assembly in itself. So rather than jump in and out of areas, let's do it in sequence so that I know I'm not going to come unstuck and have something built and then not be able to get the other bit in there because I've been a Burke. Yeah. Let's look at piece number U, as in U, the letter. I think that might be it there. There it is. I'll use some of him. Philly says, the big partwork models look like good fun, but I don't have the space or budget. I'd like to try one in the future, though. Yeah, luckily for me, I've got a thing with Fanon where they reached out and asked me to do the video builds for them. So a massive thank you to them, because without that, I wouldn't be able to afford them. I did the big Rossi bike purely as I gave up smoking. And the money that I used to spend on me fags, me cigarettes or me tobacco, that was all put in a pot, and that's what paid for the Rossi bike. But when the current cost of living kicked in, I just gave that account money back to the wife to help with bills and that. So I said, well, you know, you keep that money and use that to pay the extra costs in mortgage and things like that. So that's what I did. And then literally within a week, they reached out and said, we've been on your channel and we have noticed, would you like to do this for us? And wow, I was blown away. So is that karma because I did a good thing? And who knows? But so yeah, it was nice that they reached out and asked me to build for them. So that's what I do. And of course, it would have been a rude not to say yes, wouldn't it? Because why not? And it was ironic because when they reached out, I had no idea what it was for. And they're like, "Yeah, well, we'll add one and we'll send it." And I was like, "Oh, what's it going to be?" And then, of course, I went online and looked at current partwork things that were going on, and I didn't have a clue until it arrived what it would be. And it's just coincidental that it happened to be Eleanor, which was next on the list if I had bought Partworks. So, yeah, it kind of fell into me lap, really. And, yeah, and they've been happy with what I'm doing. So they added the Robocop for me. Oh, yes. Happy days. So, for me as well, long term, I'm looking at where the channel's going and what I'm going to be doing and what my dexterity may or may not end up like. So it's just another string to your bow, isn't it? But they're beautiful, they really are. I mean, that big excuse me, that big 1/16 Shelby. It is absolutely stunning. It really is. Absolutely beautiful. I was shocked when I saw how big that was, because obviously doing Eleanor, I thought, well, 1/8, and then I was trying to envisage it, and then when it landed, I was like, holy moly. It's going to take up a shelf on its own on the bookcase. They are fun. I mean, I look at people like Wayne that does them over at World of Wayne. You know, he must have an absolutely Aladdin's cave full up with artwork, because pretty much everyone that comes out he gets hold of. And yeah, seeing how many boxes you get in a delivery. Yeah. But I'm lucky, I'm quite thin with my recycling, so I segregate everything. I even shred all the plastics in a little old garden shredder just to try and make pellets so that it's easier to dispose of, you know. And yeah, so the cardboard all goes to a baler. I'm a bit of an old hippie when it comes to that. But yeah, so you do get a lot of packaging. Yeah, so I think they're fun to do, and I certainly enjoyed them, and people seem to be liking them, so yeah. He says, yeah, the Rossi one was superb, mate. Yes, I am hoping to get it back on the bench at some stage this year, because I want to do a little bit more detail on it. I want to go in and I want to add some audio and things like that to it. So yeah, it'll come down, because it will be getting polished again soon. Although it's in a big cabinet, things do still get a little dust on them. So it comes in for its regular polishing, but I want to use that opportunity to add the audio to it. So I'm going to pop the tank up, and I'm just going to add a little board in there with some sound on it. And yeah, perhaps put a remote sensor in there so you can flick a remote at it, and the bike will just make its audio noises of noisiness. Because I'm modifying Eleanor as I go through the build. I'm also going to be doing some work on the Robocop, because those that have seen the film will notice that the silver on the partwork is all one shade, whereas in the movies you've got a bit like exhaust bluing going on. So I want to incorporate that, but also I'm doing a full face of Peter Weller, the actor, underneath the mask, because in the part work, when you get the face, you only get the bottom third from the nose down. And I want to put the whole face in. So that's what we'll be doing. Candygram for Mongo has put in a $5 super chat. He says, a little bit more from across the pond. Thank you very, very kindly, Jeff. Thank you very much, my friend. Again, it'll go into the pot of festiness, and it helps pay for all my monthly streaming and Zoom bills, mate. So
Magic Festa pot.
Absolutely is, mate. So thank you very much for your kindness, Jeff.
Very kind.
But yeah, the Robocop's got the full face Peter Weller going in, so I'm going to be sitting and painting that. I've got it just to hand here, actually, so I'll just dig it out. He says.
To hand or to face, as we could say.
Yeah.
See what I did there?
There's Jeff's on-screen air guitar kicking in, so it should be with you shortly.
PJ says, well done, that man. Thanks for your continued support, Jeff.
Absolutely.
Right, he's a lovely fella, is our Jeff. He's a lovely, lovely fella.
Drop that in there. Right, here's big old Robocop's canister.
Do you want me to put your full screen?
Yeah, if you could, mate.
Yeah.
That'd be lovely. Right, that's basically...
Trouble.
That's basically what you get with part work, and this has got to have quite a bit done to it yet. I want to silver up all the back and do the pipe work. So when his head comes off, when you get the part work, they send you literally a face that is from there downwards. You don't get anything else with it. Well, I've got that full face that's going to go on that needs... needs proper doing. But obviously, then when his head's on, it just gives you a better look. But the part work one they give you is only from the bottom of the nose downwards. So I'm going to paint that up and smooth all the edges out. And then I'm actually going to make my own pipes then that comes out from his head and goes along the side just to give it a bit of 3 dimension. So,
yeah. You can have it either or then, can't you?
Yeah. So you got the choice then, so you can take it off. So that's going to be done in all the various flesh tones with his bullet hole with his head there. So now, ooh.
I like the way the edge of the skin has got that kind of pulled taut effect that the
exactly.
The face
so, yeah, there's a lot of work to do with that because obviously this is all supposed to be metal, but obviously you get it and it's shiny black. But so that's some of the modifications, and that's one of the key ones for me. Was that getting a nice face for it? So
that's a good face. That is.
That is. It's good sculpt, isn't it? I'm quite impressed with it.
What scale is he? 1 to 3.
1/3 scale. Yeah. So he's going to be about 2 foot tall. Yeah.
Bigly.
But yeah, so little things like that. But obviously, as well in the film, this silver has a lot of bluing on it and stuff. So I want to do all of that on it as well. So
yeah. Philly says you should 3D scan and print yourself and make Robo-Col.
Oh, I hadn't thought of that. Yeah, because I've got it on my thumb. I've got it on my thumb now, haven't I? So
yeah, you could do that. You could make them switchable, outable.
Oh yeah, it's easily enough done because they're only held on with Velcro. So
yeah.
So yeah, I might give that a bit of thought, mate. Good suggestion, Phil.
Yeah. Jeff Light says he'd love to build the Lancaster, but its sheer size is very prohibitive.
Yes.
What is that? The border models one?
Yeah, the part work one, mate. It's
the part work one. Oh god,
massive,
the part work one. Yeah, that's big.
But yeah, they are fun to do.
Yeah.
Like I say, we get used to the deliveries, and then suddenly you end up with a massive amount of packaging, don't you? And it's like,
yeah, I have to because I tend to do my part works. I let them build up for a few months and do 3 or 4 issues, and it packs in a go. Which means once every 3 or 4 months, I have to fill my car to the gunnels with cardboard.
Yeah,
literally pumping out the windows and everything, and it's I just take it off the tip and dump it in the cardboard recycling.
Yeah, that's all I do. I was saying to them earlier, I shred me plastic.
Yeah. I just bang mine in a bin bag and take it to the bit of the tip where that stuff goes.
Yeah,
because I can't shred mine. I'm very good with my recycling.
Yeah, absolutely. You're not alone there, mate.
Yeah, you got to be good. I was made up the other day when I realised that I could actually put tin lids in with the tins in the metal bin. I always thought you had to keep tin lids separate. It's like, no, you can put tin lids in there. Oh, having that.
Yeah. H laughs at my recycling.
It's got to be done.
I peel the aluminium off of the orange containers, the insert. Yeah. And she's like, dude, really? I go, that's just my thing, it's just how I am.
See, I'm not quite that level.
Yeah, I get a little bit anal with it, if I'm honest.
If there's one thing I hate when I'm doing the washing up, it's getting all the milk cartons ready because the carton itself can go in there, even though it's got the lining on the inside, you can still put it in the cardboard recycling. I assume they separate it all out somehow. But I have to literally squish the top and cut the top off because that's got the plastic nozzle bit in the top, and I cut that off and put that in the normal bin and then take the rest of it, rinse it out and put it in the recycling for the card. It's I hate doing that bit. Don't know why it annoys me.
Yeah.
It does. I'll tell you what though, worst thing to put into the recycling bins, because you have to wash it out, the worst thing is an unfinished jar of peanut butter. Oh dear.
Oh yeah.
God. How much of a pain in the backside is it to clean peanut butter out of a jar? Good God, man.
That stuff is kryptonite, isn't it?
It's the number of times I've been very tempted to just literally just dump the whole thing in the normal bin and be like, I'm not even bothering to clean that out. But I've always, it ends up with tools and scrubbing. And
the one time you do it is the one time then you go up to bed and you're like, I can't live with myself. I've got to go back down and do that. Yeah.
I mean, admittedly, yes, it's my own fault because I didn't finish the tub of peanut butter.
Yeah.
But there's not much you can do when it goes out of date and you've not finished the tub. It's now I've got to get the flamethrower out and the industrial scrubber and the...
It's a lot easier to get peanut butter out of a jar than it is Marmite.
Yeah, I was going to say the other thing is Marmite. That's even worse. That's water repellent, I'm sure.
Yeah.
You could put that on the bearings on your bikes and they wouldn't actually rust. I'm sure Marmite was actually WD-41.
Yeah.
D. Diddle-diddle-diddle-diddle.
Happy days.
Where are we doing? There we are. Oh.
But yeah, Jeff, I don't actually know, Jeff, the scale or size of that Lancaster, but the advert I've seen, it does look super massive, mate.
I don't know. I mean, the Border Models one is what, 1/32nd, isn't it?
32nd scale, yeah.
I can't imagine it's 1/24th.
I've got no idea, mate, but I know it's supposed to be a bit big.
Tell you what, why don't I look it up? Hang on, let me look it up.
But you know what's going to happen? You're going to have a load of upgrades come out for it because people are going to say there's bits that are wrong. So
now I'm going to mute my microphone because you'll complain about the typing. Hang on.
Yeah, but he has got the most annoying keyboard and he is the most heavy-handed typist in the world. But there is method to my madness there, folks. I'm saving your ears at the end of the day. There you go. So let's just smooth these bits off. I'm probably smoothing all of these out, and these are going to end up caked up with all kinds of dust and debris. But
Okie dokie, it is 1/32nd scale.
yeah.
Now, that it raises an interesting question because the Border Models is 1/32nd scale.
Exactly.
And in all honesty, the Border Models is probably a lot more accurate than the part work, which will be good, but they're not. There'll be some corners cut, as there are in all part works.
Oh yeah,
So,
as a car and bike man, mate, you do notice discrepancies.
So theoretically, you're paying for a part works usually about £1,000. This is Hachette, though. I don't know about Hachette.
Oh yeah, it's normally a bag of sand, isn't it?
Yeah, usually about £1,000. If you take off 300 quid for your magazines, assuming they're all about £3 each, you're probably paying about 700 to 800 quid for the model. What's the Border Models Lancaster? Is that like 400 quid or something? 500 quid?
There or thereabouts. I honestly don't know, mate, because it's not one that interested me, to be honest with you.
No. I mean, if you were going for sheer accuracy and fineness of detail, you'd be better off going for the model kit because it's going to be vastly more detailed.
Yeah.
Especially on the inside. However, with the big part work, it's a simpler build and it will have things like the working propellers, I would assume, and things like that. So
yeah.
And it's pre-painted, you don't have to paint it. You can weather it, but you don't have to paint it. So but you do get all the magazines as well. That's what you don't get with the model kit. You get all the magazines.
I know I say it in my part work videos, but I do actually sit and read them as well because
yeah.
They're an interesting read.
I found, because I have no interest in Marvel comics at all. Absolutely whatsoever. I love Marvel movies, but not the comics. But when I was doing the Iron Man part work, I actually found myself reading through the magazines.
Yeah.
It's fascinating. I didn't read through the Fast and Furious ones because it's Fast and Furious. Don't care. Back to the Future and the Star Wars ones. I read through those.
I'm building a Dodge Charger and a GT40 that I know nothing about. But hey, at the end of the day, that's the beauty of it. He put a post up, I built this thing. And the irony was, he kind of did know what it was because it says so in the part works. But
well, I did know anyway. I was just making the amusing comment. But
yeah, that's what I said.
Some people, some people actually believed I was like, you don't know what that is? Yeah, I do know what it is. Have you not seen me make posts for the last 10 years with silly little captions? Yeah.
I was just impressed that he was building manly automotive things using manly tools and equipment.
I know, using a driver of screws and that's about it.
DIY style implements. I was like, oh, they grow up so
you were
quick.
Like, steady on now.
I was very proud of you.
Jeff says, I like Jeff, and I always said I like Jeff for a lot of reasons, but he just says, is that the sound of an IBM Model M keyboard? Absolutely it is. It's not an original from the 80s, but it's a modern IBM Model M made by a company called, I can't remember what they're called.
Yeah.
They bought all the molds to the IBM Model M when they stopped making them. And so it is basically, for all intents and purposes, it is an IBM Model M. It's just made by a different company now, and it's modern. And yeah, it's the best keyboard ever made. It's got a Windows button on it, which what makes it modern. But yeah. It's dead loud. But you can't help typing loud on it because it's such a satisfying clunky noise. It's great. I love it. Oh.
Go on.
It sounds
I know
louder.
You want to give them a demonstration.
No, if I press something, I'll probably end up killing the stream. But it's it sounds louder when I do it on a stream because the microphone is on a boom arm connected to the thing that the keyboard's on, so you get all the extra thumping.
Just open up a notepad.
Oh, God.
Because I know deep down you are like a little coiled spring.
Just imagine an office in the 1980s with hundreds of these keyboards.
Yeah.
It's the best noise in the world.
There you go, Jeff. Because Jeff is now sitting there going, yeah, I remember that sound.
Jeff's having a bit of a keyboard trouser moment, and he's like... Oh.
He is, yeah. It's one of those, I'll be back in a while, gents. I'll join you again shortly moments.
Because the thing is, right, and this might just be me, but of all the keyboards I've used in 40 years of computer nonsense, nothing feels as satisfying as an IBM Model M with the scissor switch. I think it's a scissor switch.
Yeah.
No, buckling spring switch. Yeah. Nothing. I've used cherry keyboards. I've used all this modern squishy. No, IBM Model M keyboard.
Yeah, mechanical keys is always the best.
Yeah. It's like when I type on my iPad and I'm using this thing, it's like...
These modern flat buttons just don't feel right, do they?
No.
Sacrilege, mate.
No, it's got to be... but the buckling springs in the IBM Model M, they're just so good. I've tried cherry keys and they're nice. They're just not as good as the buckling spring. Oh.
They're not cheap, though, let's put it that way.
No, I mean, that keyboard's that I've got, it's basically a Model M with a USB connector and a Windows key, and it's about 150 quid.
Yeah.
Which is about right for a modern keyboard, to be honest, but it's not got any media function, any of that rubbish. But it's in the beige, and it's just...
Proper
if you didn't know it was modern...
Isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah, if you didn't know it was modern, you'd assume it was a proper old one. But it's the original mould.
Exactly that. So there you go, folks. And he's happy with it.
It makes me so happy. I don't need volume keys and all that rubbish. Just give me typing and numbers. That's all I need. Can you describe the internet? The internet is typing and numbers. That's what the internet is.
Yeah, the internet is that really weird thing. Yeah.
Thing is now though, if you actually find a real original IBM Model M, they sell for like almost
serious,
$1,000.
Yeah, serious money, mate.
Yeah, I saw a photograph somebody posted about 2 years ago somewhere, and they basically did like a storage unit clearance.
Yeah.
And it was obviously like some company that had like computer sales, and they'd had the unit since the 1980s. And when they went to open it out, somebody bought it for like $100. It was wall to wall filled with crates of IBM Model M keyboards, all untouched from the factory, still wrapped in the original packaging. And they were like,
that's gold mine.
Well, he said, there's about 800 keyboards in here.
Yeah.
And they're all unopened.
Yeah.
And they're about $1,000 each.
Yeah.
He said, I can retire on this warehouse, on this storage unit.
Yeah.
And he bought it for $100.
Can't argue with that. Just goes to show you can score a bargain, folks.
Jeff says, music to my ears.
Yeah.
If you send me a message on Facebook, Jeff, if you want, and I'll see if I can dig out the link to who makes them, because it's an American company. I got it from a UK distributor, but it is an American company that makes them, so you can get them. They're not. I say about 150 quid, so about $200, I think.
Yeah, Jeff will be going. Yeah, on the list.
Yeah.
No, Jeff, he's probably got two of them sat next to him.
Yeah, he's probably actually got an IBM. He's probably already got like 5 IBM Model M's. Jeff Light says, I said 132 wingspan, all but 1 meter.
Yeah.
Yeah. Fox types like the keys have insulted his mum, says PJ. You're not wrong.
Yeah, you're definitely not wrong there, PJ, mate.
The thing is, right, if somebody gives you a satisfying switch, if you've got a fidget toy, you'll know this. If somebody gives you like a clicky switch, you can't do it gently. If you've ever had one of them little fidget toys, like Festa's got one little fidget toy, you can't click a clicky switch gently.
No.
It's just not in your... It's impossible to do it. That's what the clicky switches are all good for. You can't do it. It's like nobody plays a game with a Pop-O-Matic dice roller and does it gently. That's just stupid.
It's the order of things, isn't it?
Yeah, it's the right way forward.
That's what we want.
Music to my ears, says Jeff. I might have read that one already.
You've reread your own message, good man.
I know, that's beyond Ted, that, isn't it? That's extreme
That's
Ted.
up there, mate. Even I don't do that, but I'm proud of you for that.
Look up there, it's the sky. Yeah, Jeff says they're going for about 14 to 1500 quid. Yeah, I get one lens there.
Blimey. Just
Keep in
goes
mind,
to show
of course,
you.
Oh, yeah. But I mean, keep in mind, of course, nowadays, if you get an original one, it's got a PS2 connector on it. So you have to figure out how to connect it to your actual modern computer. 1617 is what I want. 16. I'm liking making these little Skelly Bob doos. They're quite simple.
Oh, yeah, they're cool, aren't they?
Yeah. Don't know if I'd be keen on painting them because they're tiny, but we'll get to that one day.
And we've got the other one the other side. So it says do not glue, so I am not gluing them. I'm being good.
This fish do not eat.
Yeah, it may contain puffer fish.
Yeah. 16 and 17. I just got 16 off on 19. Oh, Lord. Oh, 16. There we go.
All right, there you go.
Yeah, because otherwise it'd be 91 Fox. This stupid boy. Nee.
There you go. The claws of Claudeness.
Oh.
But just that alone can have so much chipping and dry brushing on it.
Oh, God, yeah. Oh, yeah. I could see me getting into this kind of industrial heavy machinery plant type hardware kits.
Yeah. Oh, you want to build one of these now as well? Good man.
No, but I mean, one day I could see myself getting into that kind of thing just for the weathering potential.
Yeah, it's just... I've got this thing at the moment where I'm looking at all the kits. Yeah, don't get me wrong, I don't mind doing shiny, it's great and all that, but I do kind of prefer bashing things up and yeah, don't know why, it's just me.
I think weather tells much more of a story than factory fresh.
Yeah.
I like to tell a story, and factory fresh doesn't really tell you a story.
Yeah, I want to tell you a story.
I'm going to tell you a story.
Yeah, there you go. It's got some poly.
Don't know what that voice was supposed to be.
Max Boggraves, wasn't it? Biograves, even.
Max Bogoff. I said, you buy one, you get one free.
Yeah, buy one.
Well, you do quite a good kind of like Bolton Berry accent, you do. I say, no, you know what I mean? Like, no, this is Frank Sidebottom then. Not Frank Sidebottom. What's his name? What's his name? That's it.
You like that?
For a minute. You like that?
You like that?
Now, see, that's the 1928 reciprocating engine. See, you do a better Fred Dibner than I do.
I know.
And I'm a northerner.
It's just one of them voices, mate.
Yeah, I'm a northern monkey and I can't do a good Fred Dibner. I should be genetically predisposed to do a Fred Dibner, but I'm not. My northernness fails me.
Can't beat a bit of Fred Dibner.
No.
Right, so we got that going in there, and that's got a pin. Happy days.
You have got a pin.
Yeah, see that? It's got a pin in it.
And the pin will go in. Fox, I was referring to the Lancaster. It comes in different levels of packages.
Oh, right.
Oh, right, sorry. Okay, I've got about the Lancaster. Really? Oh, you mean the part work? Oh, yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, because sometimes you get part works where they go over the standard length, like the DeLorean that me and Chris are doing. It's like 150 issues. It's like, what? Oh, Christ.
Yeah.
Because I'm used to them being like 100 issues.
Yeah, and they get just as you get into the end, they add extras. It's like, yeah,
because you think I'm getting a bit tired of it now. I need to move on. And here's another 50 issues. Oh,
yeah.
Mind you, at the end of it, you get a cool looking DeLorean. So
exactly that. You do get to do all the movie noises, and yeah.
I mean,
Robocop's going to live in here. He's going to be stood next to the computer at the end of the cave there. So.
I was playing the RoboCop video game the other day. That's on Xbox and stuff, and it's like, it's so good. It's so good. It's so basic and simple, but yet you can't move fast because you're RoboCop.
Yeah.
So you just walk, and it's like that's so good.
And, you know, we all do the walk, don't we? We all do it. And it's like, yeah.
Well, you turn your head and then your body.
Yeah.
He even does that in the game. It's great.
Has to be done.
Yeah. I'm having trouble.
What's the betting, right? And I've got this feeling that at the end of the RoboCop artwork, they launched the ED209, Ed 209. Now, that would be cool, because I would get that as well.
That would be a good one. I don't know how old that artwork is, so it could be possible, because if it's only a reasonably recent one, like the last 2 or 3 years, yeah, they could do. Because they did the X-Wing and then they did R2-D2, didn't they? So.
Exactly. So I'm thinking, well, fine, look how big ED209 was. That's going to be, a beastie. So,
I mean, if they did, I think if they were sensible, they'd do the Ed 209 and they wouldn't do that one that was from RoboCop 3, where it was the other robot that was fighting him, whose name I can't remember, RoboCop 2, whatever it was.
No, it's got to be the original.
Yeah, it's got to be Ed 209.
Yeah, got to be from RoboCop, the movie.
Yeah.
Anything else is an imposter.
Yeah. Impostor!
It's an imposter, Fox.
That's the nice thing about the video game. They actually get all the characters that look like the actors and actresses from the first movie. It's like really good. I think they've actually got Peter Weller to do the voice.
Yeah.
But yeah, all the characters look like the actors. It's great. Yeah, but Ed 209, that'd be a great part work. I want them to do, and unfortunately, I think it's Hachette. Yeah. It might be D'Agostini. If it was D'Agostini, there's a chance Fanhome might do it one day. But there is a Space Battleship 2199 Space Battleship Yamato partwork.
Oh, what? Yeah, that would be cool.
It is massive, but it only came out in Japan, I think.
Yeah.
And it's like, come on, Diag, you got to do it. You got to do it.
Yeah.
Fanhome, pick it up. I wouldn't have the space to do it, but I would do that.
Yeah.
I mean, that's going to be massive. If you think the 1/500 scale is 666 millimetres long, that's 66 centimetres.
Oh, really, Fox? I never knew that. I didn't know metric.
Well, you never know. Some Americans might not know it, but, But it's about 3 cups. But, so I don't know what scale they do. I don't know what scale the part work is, but it could be like 1/250th or something, which would make it like about 8 foot long. I like to show off my math skill.
Yeah, of course you do. It's just like, this week's award for stating the obvious goes to...
Well, I suddenly realised it was kind of weird to say it in millimetres.
Not everyone knows metric, but yeah.
Yeah, I should have said 66 centimetres. But
some use imperial. It's 3 turnips and a carrot.
Yeah. That'd be 6 groats on your mother's left leg, or what?
Yeah.
Yeah, about 66 centimetres. Oh, okay, right. I got that now. But yeah, it's like, part work of the Space Battleship Yamato. Come on. Fanhome, pick it. Oh.
Yeah, would be cool.
But I think I would make an exception for that one, even though I've got no space. But, I don't think we'll get it because it was Japan only. Because outside of Japan, it was known in the US, but it wasn't well known everywhere else. I must rewatch the anime for that, actually. Space Battleship 2199. It's very good.
Never watched it, mate. I've still got to watch Gundam.
Oh, there's only like about 40, 50 different Gundam series. You'll get through them in no time.
All I'll say to that, Bluey.
They've just posted the remaining of Series 3 episodes of Bluey on Disney Plus. You've just reminded me.
Mm-hmm.
That's for me to go and watch soon.
Still only watched the one episode. I know, sacrilege. I have no soul.
You have no soul, but you can admit your limitations. Maybe it's one of those things you just, as you get older, you'd be like, you know what? Like 20 years from now, you'd be like, Fox, I just watched a load of Bluey, and you know what? I wish I'd done it 20 years ago. And I'd be like, I knew this time would come. I was patient, and I trusted you. You have now evolved into your final form.
Yeah. I'll give you 10 out of 10 for your persistence. I'll give you that.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. I always try and introduce my friends to wonderful things. They might not like them, but at least I've tried.
How many twitches do you think PJ's had in the last couple of minutes in that we've mentioned the name?
All of them. PJ says, welcome to kindergarten maths with Fox. Today we're going to do maths. I've got news for you. There is no bathroom. Our first lesson is who is your daddy and what does he do? Yeah, you weren't going to get the word kindergarten and not get me doing the Arnie impression. Come on.
I know.
You know how it works.
Strange man that you are.
I am a strange man. I'm a pout-pout fish with a pout-pout face, and I spread my dreary rearies all over the place. It's a children's book quote. Haunted Halloween Railways Inn. I don't know if you'd said hello to him, but he says Bluey.
But hello, how are you?
Hello. And he says Bluey in capitals, which clearly means, yes, Bluey is the best thing he's ever seen in his entire life. Clearly, obviously. Bluey is my favourite thing of all time. Absolutely beats everything else that I've ever watched, ever. I would take a bullet for Bluey.
Now I'm really worried about you.
Oh, yeah. It's the best piece of television ever made by humans ever. You can't beat it. EC Idaho says, Char's Counterattack is a good Gundam movie to start with. Tough as though Zeta Gundam is the best series. I've only watched a few. I watched the original, of course. I really wish they remade the original. Mobile Suit Gundam is great if you can force yourself past the really terrible 1970s animation and art style. But the story is fantastic.
Yeah.
And it is the original. It's the best. I watched Gundam Seed, the first Gundam Seed series, and I quite like that. It was all right. And I watched Gundam Unicorn, which I really enjoyed, but I got really frustrated by the last few episodes, which dragged out the ending ridiculously. It's like, come on, just get to the end now. Come on.
Yeah, get on with it. Yeah.
Let's all look at the mystery box that we've not opened, but we'll talk about it for another 3 episodes. You're all still around the box, just open it. I watched Gundam Fighters. I can't remember what it's called now. Gundam Fighters Try, the first one where it's the kids doing the actual Gundam battles in holograms and stuff. That was really funny and really good. I didn't like the series that came after it. And I watched the first season of Iron-Blooded Orphans, didn't really feel it, and I didn't bother watching the second series. And I've not watched the new one, The Witch from Venus or whatever it's called. I've not watched that yet. I've also watched the MS-008 one. That's pretty good.
Oh, right, yeah.
Short one. But yeah, the original Mobile Suit Gundam is the best, but you have to get past the really bad 1970s artwork. It's like, oh!
Is it really ropey, is it?
It's like, oh, this is before people knew how to draw. Yeah, it's yeah. If ever there was a series begging for a remake.
Is this where we go, it's of its time?
Yeah, exactly. Well, the thing is, like, Space Battleship Yamato 2199 was basically a remake of the original Space Battleship Yamato in modern animation.
Yeah.
So if they can do it for that, why can't they remake the original Mobile Suit Gundam? It'd be amazing. Because it's a great story. Sort of like, war and betrayal and child soldiers. It's quite adult themes in those things.
Yeah.
Where's my Sharpie? Oh, there it is.
Where's me Sharpie gone?
Be gone. Where has me Sharpie? Past the Sharpie on the left-hand side.
Yeah. So this is it. We're off now. Dun, 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 dun.
Haunted Halloween says Bluey is an Australian kids program and the characters are dogs. Yeah, it's the best thing ever made. I love Bluey so much.
We got him on a Bluey Fest now. That's it. See, I've opened up Pandora's box now.
Well, they just added an extra 15 or 20 episodes to season 3 on Disney Plus today, and I'm like, oh, I need to go and watch them.
I would like to extend my heartfelt and sincerest apologies to PJ for bringing back his twitchiness.
That means there'll be a whole new slew of animated GIFs that I can use in the boom hook. Woohoo!
Yeah. What I will say is, Bluey will at some point come back to the bench to be finished. So,
yeah, it will be wise. I mean, because if I was to accidentally put that in shot there like that and just accidentally have it right in front of the camera.
Oh, really? Are we doing that?
This work in progress of me driving my car.
You know where this is going to end up.
Yeah, there's a lot of work to do on that yet, PJ. We'll get it in. Don't worry. Don't you worry yourself. We'll get the rest of this car in for you. Because I know you're waiting to see it.
There you go.
It yours looks so much better than mine. It's just a work of genius.
Got Festa in the back going, oi, you want some?
Oi, you get it.
Marcus's favourite. Morning.
More tea, Vicar. It is Fox says Haunted Halloween Jake. I'll just call you Jake because obviously it's a lot to say Haunted Halloween. It says Jake in your name, so I'll call you Jake if you don't mind. Richard Thomas Scale Model World is off.
See you later, Richard.
He says 2:25 a.m. Time for me to say good night. Take care, Richard.
Happy days, mate. Bye-bye. Happy days.
Baddy.
Yeah, I'll get this little arm bit that I've got currently on the go done, and then we'll call it a night then.
Well, I shall leave it there then, because now that you'll finish in a second, I'll chat Dolly for you for a minute.
Yeah, I've still got a little bit of prep to do, sanding to do, so yeah.
I might get another dude done then.
Yeah. I'll let you know about it. But what's that? 1:30. Yeah, probably be done in about 10 minutes or so.
I'll get another dude done. That's no problem.
All right. Don't get me wrong. It's just obviously, yeah.
Yeah, that's fine. You know your limits.
There you go.
Do. Then you can have a good stand up then.
Yeah, I'll go and have me dinner and walk around and a trundle and yeah.
What's the dinner for tonight? I forgot.
As I said to you earlier, fish and chips, mate.
That's right, yep, because it is Friday. That's correct.
Fish and chip day today.
Homemade or takeaway fish and chips?
This is takeaway tonight.
That's right. That's the right way to do it.
Yeah, I had homemade at the beginning of the week, didn't I? My batterless fish, as I call it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because he said, I've had fish and chips on Tuesday. I'm like, you can't have fish and chips on Tuesday. It's homemade. I went, oh, that's all right then. Because Friday night is takeaway fish and chips night. It's
absolutely. I'm a man of set tastes, and yeah. Feeding me, as Ellen says, is the easiest thing in the world because, yeah. She often says, don't you just get bored of having the same thing? I said, nope, it's my routine, darling. It's the only way I know what day it is by what dinner I'm getting.
Yeah. I mean, she's probably absolutely glad that she doesn't have to make all this complicated nonsense for it. It's just, there you go.
I'm a man of simple tastes, folks.
Beans, sausage and chips. There you go. Done. Fantastic. That's 10 minutes in the grill.
Yeah. It's like, yeah.
It's like when I made Christmas dinner on Christmas Day, it was brilliant because I hate cooking. Okay. I can't cook. I hate cooking. I get bored. I just want to eat the food. I want to eat the food. I don't want to sit playing with it for 2 hours before. So I was like, let's make Christmas dinner.
Yeah.
So we had a turkey breast, frozen turkey breast. We didn't have a turkey. We had a frozen turkey breast. I had some, potatoes. I had some roast potatoes, some Yorkshire pudding. I had some. We didn't have any. Did some carrots. Didn't have any sprouts there, so we had to use broccoli instead. But it was fine.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh, and then I thought, hang on a minute. Wait a minute. First of all, I can cook this turkey breast from frozen. Brilliant. Just bang it in the oven for 2 hours. There you go. That's thinking turned off. That took me 5 minutes to get it ready and put it in the oven. And then I thought, everything else I'm cooking is literally potatoes, carrots, broccoli. They can all go in the same pan with the potatoes and take 20 minutes.
Yeah.
And anything else after that is just gravy. Yorkshire puddings take 5 minutes. So I made a nice complicated Christmas dinner, and it took me about 15 minutes cooking time total.
Yeah.
And I made a proper roast dinner. I was like, I'm so cool. I'm so proud of myself. And it took no time at all.
That's the only thing people can fuss about with food, can't they? And it's like, yeah, I'm not into all of this namby-pamby Gordon Blues stuff. It's like, yeah.
No. All comes out the same. It's just, as long as it tastes nice, don't care.
Yeah. So
but it's like,
wrong. There's a place for it, but not for me.
Yeah, if I'm paying for it, I want it to be good quality, but if I'm making it myself. Yeah. But it's like, I wouldn't bother with, like, getting an actual turkey or a beef thing in the. If I can just bang it in the oven for an hour and not have to mess around with it, then that's as far as I want to go, thank you. So, So it's like I said to my wolf, I said, yeah, I could do a roast every Sunday. If it takes me about 15 minutes, I could do this.
Yeah.
Because it's literally, as long as it takes the potatoes to boil, is about the cooking time. Bonus.
Okay.
I like when I can turn the oven on and walk away for 2 hours. It's brilliant.
Yeah, see, I wouldn't turn the oven on because that would be like death wish for me.
Well, you want to actually live to see, you actually want to live to see the rest of your life.
Yeah, it'd be like, I really don't want to be doing stuff like that because that's tempting fate, isn't it? Let's be honest.
Yeah. It's like we're all going to die at some point, but there's no reason to hastily accelerate that process.
Yeah, I don't want to speed the process up.
No.
Not if
it's
I
not
can
something
help
that needs any kind of acceleration, really, is it? Not really. That solution will be not optimal. ECIdo says, pizza delivery here, Italian sausage, I think it means sausage, and onions on one and pepperoni on the other. Ooh. Why didn't you get that on both of them? So you'd have sausage and pepperoni. You'd have two.
Yeah, he's getting confused now, folks.
Chip shop fish and chips are better than shops. Oh yeah, absolutely. Can't beat chippy fish and chips. See, Festa's got the advantage that his chippy, because he lives down south and I'm a northern monkey, he's got the rare advantage that he lives down south but his local chippy is a northerner.
Yeah, I'll get northern gravy.
So he actually gets northern gravy and proper mushy peas and all that stuff. You don't get curry sauce and all that rubbish like you get down south. You get proper gravy, so you get proper northern fish and chips. You're a privileged man, my friend.
Oh, yeah, absolutely, mate.
Yeah. If you want proper fish and chips, come up north.
Yeah,
none of that southern nonsense.
Yeah, he's good fella he is.
Yeah, I went to a chippy in Leicester and was like, can I have some chips and gravy? They went, no, we don't do gravy. I'm like, I'm taking my business elsewhere.
How can you not do gravy in a chip, then?
Yeah. And it turns out nobody in Leicester did at the time. It was curry sauce or nothing. I'm like, what? I said, is this a non-northern thing? Is this a Leicester thing or just a southern thing? They're like, we've never done gravy. I'm like, how can you not have gravy?
Yeah, that just seems a bit.
Yeah,
that's a bit weird, isn't it?
Yeah. So my assumption now is that everybody below Leicester, at least below Leicester, doesn't do gravy, which is just nonsense. No gravy. No business.
Yeah, that's a bit. Sale. Yeah, that's a bit mad.
It's like, we don't do gravy. No, sir, I don't like it.
Yeah, that's a bolt.
I bid you good day, sir. Good day, sir.
Yeah.
I say good day to you, sir. I said good day. That's no harpy. That's my wife. Right, I'll just glue these two guys together, and we're done.
Happy days.
Quite quick to clean up, these little fellas.
They are. Proud of you, soldier.
Yeah. The thing is, right, they'd be really good fun to paint if they were just skeleton dudes, because it's basically just like 3 colours. Painting bone is really easy, but they've got armour as well, and that's really fiddly because it's got those little tiny details. So they'll be interesting to paint.
You're made of painted bone.
Your bones, mate. No, moving on. See, I was just thinking, because when I got the box out, I was like, these are just skeleton dudes. I'll be able to paint each one in 5 minutes because it's just standard bone colours. No problem. There's, oh, wait, they've got armour. Oh, it's got those little details. Okay, not such a quick job.
Absolutely.
Slightly more involved than expected.
We got that in there. Okay, you'll see. Don't glue any of that.
I'm thinking I might paint the armour in a nice Gulf blue colour because we all like that colour at the minute.
Yeah, it's the blue, isn't it?
It's just the best blue. Well, bluey's the best blue, but...
I see where that was going. I thought we was due a bluey quote, and you didn't let me down.
Yeah. Beep, 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 beep.
You didn't let me down there, soldier. I am proud of you. Goes that way round, Cole. That's why.
I like bluey so much, right, that I don't like children. I have no interest in children or being a father. I've never got on with children. They annoy me and frustrate me, and I've got no time for them. But I watch Bluey and I sit there saying, wish I was a dad. It'd be brilliant. It makes me want to be a dad.
I said to you, I actually thought you'd be a good dad, but you've said before you're too selfish to be a dad.
Yeah, I'm far too selfish. And I think I'm far too... I mean, I've never had a child, so I wouldn't know, but yeah. I would assume... I know I'm very selfish about, me time and...
Yeah.
So I don't think I'd be a good father. But apart from that, I don't get on with kids and I can't stand them. So it's not a good start, really.
Yeah, that's not... Yeah, you're not exactly...
no.
You're not exactly then equipped, are you?
No, it's like, Enid Blyton, hated kids. Yeah. Roald Dahl, hated kids.
Yeah. Luckily, see, all of that is just push fit, so I can still pull that off to paint it. Happy days.
Festa's pulling it off for your pleasure, folks.
See what you did there. I see what you did.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6. These are figure number 8. Okay. There we go.
There you go.
I built the basics of 16 dudes.
Proud of you, soldier.
All I need to know is add the heads, arms, weapons, and everything else. And build the rest of them, because there's 20 of them.
Yeah.
Quite like these little... I'm going to look forward to painting these at some point.
Yeah, they're cool, mate.
Yeah, a bit more fiddly than I thought, but hey. I would like to paint some just basic skeleton dudes at some point.
Yeah.
Let's have a look. Some wanted pepperoni only, says EC Idaho. Oh, that's fine then. EC says, no gravy here at fast food unless it's sausage gravy. If you want gravy and French fries, you need to go to Canada. Yeah, no, you need proper gravy. Yeah. It's proper English chip shop, northern chip shop gravy.
Haunted Halloween says, Magpie in Whitby is expensive but nice. I've been to Whitby. I had the chips in a cone thing going on, and it was rather gorgeous.
One of the nicest chippies I've ever been to, which Ted knows about, is a place in Ulverston, the Lake District, called the Chippy Bank.
Oh, right, yeah.
Which does the best scampi you'll ever have anywhere.
Oh, right, yeah.
Or it used to 20 years ago anyway, probably doesn't now. Plus it was right next door to the Laurel and Hardy Museum, which was always good for a laugh.
Yeah, can't argue with that.
I thought the Laurel and Hardy Museum was fantastic. It was like tiny.
Sometimes them little museums are quite quaint, aren't they? And I don't mind.
Well, it's like a space between two shops. So you walk in and they've got a little theatre where you can watch the movies, and it's like a 3-seat theatre. It's great. It's got a little row of seats that taken from an old cinema, and it's 3 or 4 seats, and that's it, and a little projector screen. I'm like, this is so adorable.
Get your old cinemas here, 3 for £1.
Apparently it's an official Sons of the Desert thing as well. Something tells me the gravy I'm accustomed to is not the gravy being spoken about. British chip shop gravy, if it's proper gravy, bizarrely, is Chinese gravy.
Yeah.
Or at least it's the gravy that was brought in with Chinese takeaway chip shops. We have chip shops which sell fish and chips, and we have chip shops which sell fish and chips and Chinese food.
Yeah. We got Chinese one side, fish and chips the other. Yeah.
Yeah, so there's like chippies and Chinese chippies, basically.
Yeah.
And Chinese chippies did this really thick, stodgy gravy with a deep flavour. And that just became the de facto gravy for chip shops, Chinese or otherwise now.
Oh, yeah. All day long, mate.
Oh yeah, sometimes you get this watery stuff and it's rubbish, but most chip shops just get the same gravy from the same distributor, I reckon. So it's like really thick and it's got a real dark flavour to it. It's really nice.
Does make a difference. It's the thing, isn't it?
ECIO says sausage gravy like in biscuits and gravy is unknown in the UK. Yeah, American gravy is kind of a different thing, I think. Jake is off. He says, I'm off to sleep. Night all. Good night, Jake. Thanks for coming in.
Worries, Jake. We'll be, what's his name, coming off air shortly, mate. I'm just playing with my little claw because I can. Look,
hello.
Claw of goodness. Nipper, 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 nipper.
Next time, Gadget. Next time.
Arm of goodness, arm of goodness. Oh.
That's so great. I'm going to put you full screen now. So
I am so happy. Look at that.
Come on, hooded claw impression. I love the piston.
Yeah, it's like.
Do you know what that looks like? It looks like a little turtle face from the side.
It does.
Like, the little piston at the top is the eye.
I like turtles.
If he breaks it now, it'll be really sad.
No, it's only a little hook fix on there. Let's see. So there you go.
I love the piston on the top, though. It's just so
brilliant,
cool.
isn't it? It's like.
I love when models do that and give you working like pistons and shafts and stuff like that.
I mean, once it's in its final place, I might just go in and just put a little dab in there just to hold it in situ. But for the moment, it's going to be press fit because, I'm going to pop the pins out and all of that lot and paint everything. So,
but for the moment, you're going to play with it every chance you get.
I am. There's that done. And we've got the cab of goodness with the dude resting in there so that I don't lose him.
Does he look like Ted?
No, he don't. Let's pop the dude out. He's got that. That is a dude. But look, let's just try and. Not really, no. It's too young to be Ted.
He's a little Japanese fella.
It's the fact that he's actually got a shirt and tie on as well, which is just so Japanese, Japanese, isn't it? Yeah,
he's not English or European.
But I'm really enjoying it. And then, of course, you've got all your rubber hoses because, they're all that quality rubber that you get in the Japanese kits. Their rubber stuff that they put in their kits is so much better than ours. Look at, I'll get the hoses out there. But, it's the proper rubbery tracks and all the hydraulic hoses. Look at that lot.
Hose.
Yeah. So, Look at great fun with that.
Well, you can get metal tracks for those.
I don't know, but hey, I'm sure that a bit of paint can give a nice metal effect. Why not? Because, like I say, it's not as if I'm going to go rolling it across the bench. So,
no.
For me, once I've got the vignette built that it sits on, I can then go in, weather all the tracks up and everything, and paint them because it's not going to be moved then, is it? So
vignette, you say? It sounds very posh.
It's got to, isn't it? You can't not have it.
Yeah.
Can't not have it in an environment, so it's going to have like a little miniature earthquake zone, done tastefully or as tastefully as you can do an earthquake, but a big pile of rubble then, let's just say that.
Yeah. I like the way you're moving from like 3 foot long and 2 inches wide dioramas to vignettes. It's a good move.
It needs to be, mate, because I'm running out of space. Because don't forget, I've got all these big artworks to put on, But I am going to be listing a lot of my stuff on the eBays just to sell some stuff on because why not? I often get asked.
I think one thing I might start doing when I start doing like sort of individual characters and stuff is I might start getting a lot of the the little plinths you get for busts, the little plinths that might get like a 1/4 scale bust or something. You get the little plinths, you put them on. They make good little vignette stands.
Little
tiny
dioramas. I've got a couple up here that I've done.
Like something as big as that glue pot holder like that, and you could put a little diorama on there with a figure on.
No, it's just simple what it is. Death Trooper, It's like,
But imagine a plinth like that, but you don't use it for the sculpture, you use it for like a figure in a little diorama. Great.
Yeah, why not?
Space savers, and they look nice.
Exactly, young Fox. So that's where we are for tonight, folks. So many, many, many thanks for joining us both. It does make a difference, and It really is nice for us to spend our Fridays with you all. So big thank yous for coming in and joining us. Thanks to everyone that supported me through Super Chats tonight. It really does help me out. It really does. You wouldn't believe how much it helps me out, to be honest with you. So big thank you to everyone that's done that. Edward Leonard's in, so we can do a quick squishy, double squishy. There you go.
He timed it just right.
He said a quick hugs to everyone, a flyby and a thumbs up. Cheers, everyone, and thanks, Colin and Fox. And night, everyone. Night, Edward.
He's like, hello, goodbye.
So, yeah, we'll come off air now. We'll be back on Sunday for the launch of the Festa 67's workshop. E-Day build, folks. So we'll be doing that on Sunday. So tune in for that so you can pop and keep us company.
Yes.
And until then, stay safe, stay well, and we will see you on the next one.
Yep.
Take care, everybody.
Adios,
bye-bye for now. Bye.
Bye.
Hey kid, don't ever let them get inside your head. They'll tell you what to do in life instead of everything you know that you could get. Don't let them guide your life towards regret. I'll fight for what I love with every breath. My past is filled with things I won't forget. I use them all to push me to my best. So treat the worst of times just like a test. If only I could go back in time, I'd tell myself that everything will end up alright. Just push yourself, test yourself, figure out what you like, and find your limits, don't be rigid, always work towards a prime. Surround yourself with open minds, people can change your life. A few friends with intent can help you feel alive. Find a passion, take some action, and with a little time, just be patient, make a statement, try to enjoy